Oh my goodness. Good morning, good Sunday morning. I know you folks are tired. Hey, Auntie Nunu Bennett, New Ya Bennett, none your business, like none your Bennett. What's going on, Mr. Baby? Hey, Christopher, glad to see you, sir. Thanks for dropping in, TC, my queen diva. Now, listen, I know there's a lot going on in these streets. They say the beef sector is dried up. I think they done brought the beef sector back to life. I'm gonna talk about everything today. I'm gonna talk about the challenges. I really enjoyed both challenges Miss Pizarro put on. She did an outstanding job. And I have a couple of comments about the judging and participants and all that. And then the panel killers. I'm definitely got to talk about. Y'all know I don't like to get into beef, so I try to tiptoe around here, but I'm kind of sick of tiptoeing around. I just got to be myself. Hey, bougie auntie Ray Black, it's just too much. They doing too much, and the content creators are allowing them to steal their show and ruin their shows. The begging, the paying to drop people, a lot of that stuff is to beginning to become overwhelming for the subscribers as well as content creators. When I'm trying to enjoy a show and someone is in mid-sentence and drop plop, there they go for money. Everything is becoming a money grab over here. I don't knock anyone for their hustle. However you hustle, however you get it your way. I get it my way. I don't tell people what to do. But the panel killers got to go. And I'm going to name the panel killers today. So I'm sure I'm going to have some little feedback on my commentary today because I'm sick of tiptoeing around the bullshit that people don't want to talk about. The challenges are great. I hope we don't get overloaded with the challenges every week, but it's a nice new vibe. I commend Pizarro for doing that. I know Queen Diva is out and about, but she's here to support me. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. And then I'm going to talk about the CPS calls, the court cases, and all that. It's just beginning to be too much for the beef sector. Now they call this the beef sector, people beef, but now everyone is turning into courts. And then I'm going to talk about addiction, misunderstood now from one addiction to the other. Now, whether she's using or not, I can't say. I'm not going to talk down on that. Woman's sobriety, I believe it. And friends, fake friends, how they use MU for content. And yes, everyone come on here that has a channel that hits the platform could be used for content. I get it, but not when I'm supposed to be your friend. I wish my friend would come out here and tell my business the way misunderstood friends tell her business. And how do you pick and choose friends? Because none of these people are real friends to me. Anytime they have the opportunity to make you content and get numbers, that's what they going to do. And that's what we see the lady over there with the nails doing to Misunderstood. And is Misunderstood really misunderstood? Is she oblivious to this, or she's a master manipulator? You guys be the judge. I think when you use drugs or alcohol or something to imbalance the chemistries in your brain, it destroys your brains. We all know that that is a medical condition, alcoholism and drug addicts. That's something serious. And I think she has a serious problem now from the use of drugs for long term. I don't know her personal business. I'm not going to speak on her business. I'm going to speak on the addiction. The addiction is leading to a lot of this anxiety, nervousness all over the place. Yes, she add a great aspect, or she put a nice spin on it when they having the challenges, but it's very difficult to watch her and not make fun of her, or people not mock her, or people sit in the chat. The chat was tearing their ass up yesterday. The chat is always the best part of any show, especially when you have big shows like that. Hey, baby, XOXO, I started to text you this morning. I hadn't seen you. But anywho, and it's great, is a great spin on things. The biasness, did I see any biasness, to be honest with you? Absolutely not. I think people thought Brianna was going to win because it was in her triangulation, it was in her camp, and they thought that people was going to be biased. I don't think it was biased last night. It came down to what people really believed to have been a winner, and that's Granny. I didn't watch the whole thing because I have a real life outside of here. My grandson had a late game last night, and I was really pissed. So I was in this game on YouTube, in and out, in and out. And it was really long. These competitions are becoming long. And sometimes it's okay when you are doing something, especially a competition, we expect it to be long, but even holding these panels for hours and hours until, the triangulation is getting to be really noticeable. You hold a panel for hours, then the next person hold panels, and then the next person, then the next person at night, and all these hour panels. That's what they doing over here. And are they getting their numbers? Absolutely. Are they getting their cash apps? Absolutely, I believe. So that's what this game may be about, but everybody's not playing that game. But anywho, so the challenge was very long, but it was nice. It brought something different to the B sector. However, is always that one or two people that just ruin everything. Everything don't have to be name calling. Everything don't have to turn into a beef, a drag, and a gag, and just because you're in what they call the beef sector. Again, you label yourself. This is just the sector people hang out at. Yes, they go back and forth, but your mentality can rise above this sometime when it's something serious. And last time it popped off between Rick Reed and Youssef, that was genuine. Something was said that was very offensive. It was offensive to one of the contestants, Rick Reed, and he responded. So you can't stop that. Some things you don't need to say, but this misunderstood situation and the court situation, I'm gonna go there, tap on it, and I'm gonna get on off of it because I don't care. It's not me going to court. However, it has to stop. If you on here creating content and you guys are talking about one another, no need to take it off YouTube and go to court. And Kiki, yes, she did show up. Snoop showed up. Lady Snoop showed up to support Kiki. How'd that go? I don't know. Was it planned? I don't know. Or was it just something that's going on? But however, hey, sassy baby, you guys got to stop going to court, taking this stuff off YouTube, because eventually it's going to really ruin you. You are allowing this YouTube to really become a part of your real life, and you can destroy your real life by being on this YouTube. King Roman was saying for a year now, I think he said for a year, they've been calling his job, sending pictures, sending videos. I don't know where King Roman stand. Hey, view, baby. I don't know where he's standing, how much he think about his job, but my job, my career, my family is super important to me. So I make sure I maintain a certain way on here. And if you on here conducting yourself in a manner that your company don't agree with, you can be dismissed. See, we at will states. A lot of these states are at will, and they purposely do that. They could fire you for any given reason, and they don't have to tell you shit. You're just gone. Is at will. You can quit and not give them a 2 weeks notice, but we have the habit of giving 2 weeks notice, but they can fire us and don't give us a 2 weeks notice. How does that go? That's an at will state. So he needs to be careful, and people need to be careful when they come on here and talk your business, make these videos cussing, because you still are part of a company, whether you on the clock or not. And that's the sad thing about it. When you sign your policies and procedures, is in there, is a code of conduct in there, and that code of conduct remains with you wherever you go. Yes, that's some bullshit, we know it, but we sign it, so we allow it to happen, so you just move on. So you should be careful when you come on here on what you say and do and how people see you, because they can take that back to your company and you can lose your job. And I don't give a damn. It's not that many cash apps on here to keep someone a roof over someone's head, their car note paid, or whatever other expenses they had. Is not enough money on YouTube for me. Yes, you can. Yes, you can get some good cash apps and stuff like that, but it's not that serious that I would jeopardize my job or my family for some YouTube bullshit. Okay. So these people need to keep it cute and keep it on here. You know, when you go outside this sector, those people are different. See, the beef sector, they're used to dragging and what is it called, roasting and gagging, but they keep it, a lot of them keep it right here on YouTube in the sector. That those other sectors, they ain't playing. They run it in and out of court, and that's crazy. But that's what they do, and they don't mind running up on you, you know. And to me, this is not worth it. So please make sure y'all hit that like button. So my job is I perform a certain way in or out, on the company's time, off the company's time, because I know I sign that policy and procedure, that code of conduct, so I act accordingly. Now, is that like a mucked up situation? Because shit, what I do on my own time is my own time. That is true. However, when you come in this YouTube world and you put stuff on social media, you have managers are now watching social media and are asking their employees to disconnect from social media. So we have to be careful with that, you know, but that's that on that. You guys do what you want. I'm going to protect my bag and I'm going to protect my family, that at all costs, you know, at all costs. So that's what you do. But yeah, so I'm gonna get back to the challenges. So they thought Bree was gonna win because it was a camp and no Granny, Mama Good, Cook Good, or somebody. They won. Congratulations to all the contestants, period. You have to have courage to get up there and cook in front of someone, you know, and have people judge you. And I don't like when people are so nasty and so critical of people because you didn't do it. They did it. So you really can't talk down on. Yes, we could critique a couple of things we saw. I'm not that deep. Hey, Virtuous John, I'm not that deep into it, so I'm not critique it like that. But I will say that some people need to step their skills up. Now, it's no secret. If you've been following me for years, I've been here, I think, since 2019 or 20. It's no secret that Demeter, what's her name? Demetra, Lit All Day, and Mz.Teavalocity don't like each other. It is what it is. I don't have no likes for her, and she don't have no likes for me, and we leave it there, right? But I must give her props. She came to win. She came to win. And if I had some deductions that I would have done, she would have been the winner, point blank, period. She came prepared. Her aesthetics was nice, you know, her presentation, her area was clean, you know. And so I think she did one hell of a job. And at the very end, as always, she was Demetra. F you bitches. If you don't like me, F you for vote for me, and because that's who these people are. It's hard for them to stay on the straight path, not knocking it, just saying, if I had to vote for someone, I took some other stuff out of it, I would. Hey, Life with Jamil, what's going on? Jay Dunn, happy birthday. I hope you saw. I wished you a happy birthday, baby. If I had to take some deductions and some points off for certain things, I would think that overall, Demetra would have won. And that's not my favorite. She's not in my league at all. I don't care for her at all. And, you know, she made it known she don't like me, and I made it known that I don't like her, and we just stay our distance. But when it comes to fair is fair, I think she looked cute, and she came to cook. And I really thought that was a nice thing. They all came to cook. Let's talk about chat rep. And I'm the reason why I'm gonna stay here for a minute. I want to get on chat rep. Now, I support chat rap. Queen Diva is a big supporter of chat rap, and people was rooting for chat rap. But then at one point, chat rap became something like uppity. You know, she was complaining, she was cussing, she wasn't in it, and it wasn't the time for that. But she brought it there. You know what I mean? Everybody wish Jay Dunn a happy birthday. Happy birthday, JD. And the thing about it is she became frustrated. But let me tell you what caused her anxiety and frustration. Not so much what Pizarro did, but what Ness and them was doing. See, Ness is a hell of a commentator. Ness is funny. Ness channel is rocking. And everybody has a turn here, and people can't forget that. So you have to watch what you do. You can't get so cocky. But anywho, Ness and Pizarro has this love-hate relationship, but I really think is friendly banter. But it seems like Ness intentionally tries to destroy whatever Pizarro got going on. That's what it looks like to people, right? Let's just put our minds there. It seems like every time, or these last two times Pizarro had this challenge, Ness was there to drag her, and it seems like to cause chaos and throw some shit in the game. That's what it was about. But that's what they do. So was I mad at Ness? Nah, I thought it was a little thick. You laying on real thick, like you really hating on Pizarro. But that's what they do. Pizarro jumped on her panel. She jumped off. Ness goes over to Pizarro's. So I don't see no real beef there that I would say, you know, I was upset the way Ness did things. But it did seem like she was trying to sabotage. In both of the challenges, it appeared like Ness was trying to sabotage Pizarro's challenges. But she couldn't do that. See, when you have people that support you and they start supporter yours like Pizarro and something good's going on, you can't block that. There's nothing you can say can stop that. Good morning, Fifi TV. Good to see you. So it was nothing she really could do to stop Pizarro. Pizarro had it going on over there, and everybody was going to be over there to see it. But I do believe that she kind of frustrated Chat Rep, and then Chat Rep became unraveled. She was cool. You know, she was getting what she had to get. But again, when she went on Ness's platform, because I watched it, and she started talking, and Ness and them started talking and sowing doubt, those seeds of doubt, she became a little frustrated, I would say. I saw that in her. So she went over to another sector. Little do y'all know I'm everywhere. She went over to another sector to solicit their support, as well as she wrote Trade Your Lane, Mother, James, Spillerboy, whatever you call them, to support her. She needed some type of confidence at that time. She needed to build her confidence back. She had lost it. She was going to do good. So I think she brought that to the challenge, and she was a little snippet of uppity Negro. And thank God she wasn't there, because I am sick of her delusional ass. But that's another story. So that's what happened with Chat Rap. What's her name? Chat Rap. But everyone was voting for her. They were pulling for her. You know, I was pulling for her because I think she likes this. I don't know if she see the potential of really winning, but I really liked her. Can you guys please get those likes up? It's 14 likes and 53 people on here watching. And I know some people are just watching to hear what I'm going to say so they can do their commentary, and that's great. But anywho, so Chat Rep, I think that happened to her. I don't know what happened to Joanna. I really don't. I can't speak on that lady being intoxicated or not. Did she change? Did she switch? I don't know none of that. I just know that I commend these people for coming up on the platform, doing their things. They all did their things. They did their thing. Again, I probably would have judged a little differently and did some little deductions, you know, and I'm sure the judges did. So congratulations to Pizarro on another nice challenge. I just don't do them every weekend, Pizarro. Please, baby, don't let them talk you into doing challenges every weekend. Once a month is nice. You did a great job. And then I think other people are going to do some challenges as well. Now, listen, when you go into these challenges, just go in there to have fun. Even if you don't win, you have fun. It's all about fun. Yes, you would like to win. That lady won a large sum of money because to me, almost $500, that's a good amount of money in a challenge. Now I probably would have deducted Grandma Cookie Love or whatever her name is because she showed up late. But even though she showed up late, she still presented well. She did her thing. Granny cooked good or Granny cook it well. I don't know. She did her thing. Oh, okay. She was sipping. Okay. So maybe she had got a little intoxicated. Hey, Linda B. But anyway, it's a matter of respect when you go in to do that. Respect the judges' opinions, their critiques, and just move on. You don't always have to come in with chaos, right? So congratulations, kudos to Miss Pizarro and whoever have the next challenge. We will support them as well. I will support them as well, even if I don't drop down. Her air went out and she had to relocate. Okay, so they gave her time for that. Fifi, and shit happens, baby. Stuff happens. But I still would have given her deductions for that, love, had I been a judge. I've seen people cook in the worst conditions, baby, in super duper heat. My air have gone out. I still had to prepare my food for my family with sweat and everything dripping. So, I just don't use that as an excuse, but I got it. Again, congratulations to Granny Cook Good, right? Cook Good. Yep. My opinion is Demetra should have won by her uniform alone. I'm telling you, she had came to win. Demetra came to win, and I applaud her for that. And in fact, she did real well through the whole challenge, explaining what she was doing and everything. So I really commend Demetra for doing that. Okay. Now, let's move on. Enough of the challenges. Pizarro did well. Congratulations to the winners. Listen, I don't know about y'all, and this is going to probably get me in trouble, but I am sick of Shish Trish. I'm sick of Lovely Love. I'm sick of Uppity Negro. I am sick of those panel killers. It seems like every time someone is hosting a good show, they come on to redirect what's going on. Sis Trish, please, sweetheart, you have your own platform. Go over there. They jump on these panels. The first thing she do, smash it, smash it, smash it. Fuck you, bitch, smash it. I'm here. Everybody see me. It's sickening, Sis Trish, for you to be your age and you act like that. And and let me tell you something. I'm not judging anyone for their professionalism, their what they call it, economics, none of that. It's just that it's getting old. It's not funny. You couldn't have a nice platform going on, and she jumps her ass up there with that dumbass smasher shit. And if that's her thing, that's cool. But to keep smash it, gang, jump out. Oh, and then just to start talking about Brianna out of nowhere. She just started with Brianna yesterday. It's just that it's becoming overwhelming. And me as a subscriber, when I'm watching another person's video, I'm just tired of that shit. It's just too much. And you guys keep letting her come on your platform doing the same thing over and over and over again, being loud, obnoxious. But when you go to her channel, when I did go over there, it wasn't that. She purposely comes on your platform to derail your show, and you guys allow that shit. If she was in the back, just don't even bring her up. I don't even know how a woman of her age act that fucking stupid sometimes. Excuse my expression, but it's really, really getting on my nerve. I swear, you guys, it's driving me crazy. I thought she had left for a while, but I see she's back with that dumb. And like I said, she purposely jumps on people's platform when they have it going nice. The flow is good. People enjoying the show. She jumps her ass up with that stupid shit. She too old for that. I am tired of you, Sis Trish. You guys normally go over there and tell some people, hey, somebody talking about you. I'm sure you'll get this message. Sis Trish, you have your own channel. Go over on your own channel, draw your own crowd. You drop on everybody's platform. And another thing, a lot of people jump on Pizarro's platform. Now they jumping on Nessa's platform. They jump on Brianna's platform. They jump on anybody, not James' platform, because he don't do that shit. But anybody who will drop that link, allow them to come up there and just show their natural born black asses. It's getting ridiculous, and it's taken away from y'all show. Even that drop shit. You make your money, get your bag, however you want to get it, play whatever game you want to play. But even that drop stuff, people paying to drop somebody, that's cool if that's what y'all doing. But y'all wait right until a commentary or the roasting or the dragon or whatever get good, and then someone get dropped in the midst of their conversation. Personally, I don't like that. But again, it's not, hey, read my book. It's not my platform. I am not the content creator. I only could control over here on Mz.Teavalocity. But this girl is ridiculous. Trish is getting out of hand. And then this nasty ass who I'm about to bring up now, and I know you probably gonna have a beef with me, but I ain't gonna let you go because I'm super duper sick of you. Are disgusting to be a woman. Everything come out your nasty ass mouth is about sex. You make me fucking livid. You make me livid. You're disgusting. Every time someone is having a conversation, you have to talk about your stinking, nasty ass snatch. That's not our business. What kind of sex you have, how much sex you have, who you have. That's your business. You derail every conversation and take it into that nasty ass direction. Lovely love. Stay the fuck off people platform if all you could do is talk about how much sex, how wet your stinking ass snatches, and that's all you talk about. I watched Ness yesterday and I had to completely stop watching her because your nasty ass start talking filthy like you always do. That was not a sex panel. We wasn't talking about how horny or none you was. You do that all the time, and they need to drop your ass. They need to get you off of their platform because everybody in that audience don't want to hear about you and your nasty ass sexapades. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I am sick, and super sick of it. And every time you drop your ass on a platform, I leave because I already know that your jealous, spirited, nasty, stinking ass mouth talking self gets nasty that I can't even watch the show anymore. It's ridiculous. That's all you do. And I, for one, sick of it. I'm sorry. I am sick of your nasty, disgusting ass mouth. Go to YouTube where they talk about that shit. You'll love it over there. Go over there or do that on your channel. Every panel you jump on, you derail the conversation because you so goddamn horny. It's sickening. Yes, she has a mental illness. And the reason why your vocabulary cannot expand because you talk about the same thing. You use the same words. Somebody could come on that platform and you be so oblivious that someone is complimenting you. You start calling them bitches, start cussing them out, and they complimenting you. You are so lost. I don't even know what they have you on their platform for. I don't know what these content creators be thinking about. But you, my dear, you need to go in a sector where all they talk about is sex. Sex, because that's all you talk about. You have limited your intelligence because that's all you can talk about. You can't keep on a straight conversation because your mind always wander onto what you and your husband doing. My husband, I'm sitting here wet. Oh, yeah. Well, if you don't like to get F, and they entertain that shit, I would kick you off immediately. I am sick of you. I am, I'm sorry, y'all. I am sick of you, lovely love. Please stay off of people's platform. And you have a serious, jealous spirit. You made every excuse to not participate in these competitions because you probably knew in your heart of hearts that you would not win, or you had self-doubt. So you too was over there trying to sabotage Pizarro's competition. Like I said, Ness, no harm, no foul, no nothing. You and Pizarro have that relationship. The rest of the people who freaking chiming in is just really hating on that girl. They really hating on her. They go on Ness's platform and talk about Pizarro like a dog. Then they go jump on her panel. See? They jump on her panel. So yes, I see some jealousy going on, but again, you just have people who are here intentionally to sabotage whatever you try to do to derail your commentary, and they like it. And they allow y'all to do that. I would not allow you to sit on my platform and Ness is funny as hell. I know a lot of people may not like him, but a lot of people do. The girl is over there doing her thing. I love her commentary. Like I said, I look at her and Pizarro as friendly banter. Now, I don't know what she got going on with them other people they be dragging, because they sat there last night and dragged the dog crap out of some people. That's between them. But I believe her and Pizarro have something different, and they always have had something different. I watched them from the beginning interact with each other, and it's always been like this, but they always come back together. But I am really, really sick of the panel killers. I just had to come on here. Yesterday was the icing on the cake when I went to watch Ness, and then there go lovely love jumping up there with her nasty, foul, stinking, dirty, disgusting mouth for a woman. For a woman. And you keep your private bedroom business in your bedroom, not here on a public platform. It's not sabotaging. Keep letting these annoying panel killers. Yeah, panel killers up. Keep them backstage or flush them. There's no content having channels, love, and the chaos. Yeah, like I said, me personally, people have the liberty to do what they want on their platform. I will not allow some of these people on my platform, because if they go back and watch their videos, they see time after time after time the same people come up and do the same thing. Yeah, Ness could hold a show by herself. She don't even need the panel. Ness is good. Ness is very comedic. And I'm telling you, she articulates well, and she delivers whatever she's trying to deliver, her content, very well. So she can hold it on her own. But if she continue to let those people up there to run rampant like that, then I don't know. I just don't know. It was very tough. Like I said, I clicked Ness off simply because when Lovely Love started talking about her private part, first when Trish came up there, I was like, oh shit. I don't know if I could suffer through this, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try, because I know Ness going to really give funny commentary on the channel. But then smash it, gang. And then she went right after Brianna. And of course, they did maybe like 40 minutes on Brianna. That's their thing. I could care less about that part. But I'm just saying, Trish, she needs to get on her own platform and stay on her own platform, because that jumping on these panels and they letting her up is really messing their show up. Now they could be doing it. Let's look at it, let's look at it this way. They could be doing it to get more money, because people don't want to hear that shit, and maybe they'll pay to, knock them down, to drop them. I don't know. No, Ness is very smart. I like Ness. I can't say anything bad about Ness. Like I said, I think her and Pizarro is friendly banter. They go back and forth. But I really don't like the fact that, but maybe that's what they do. Okay, you'll do a challenge And then we don't know what these people, because there's a lot of people behind the scenes. Yes, it is. And you can see that now, and I'm gonna talk about the behind the scenes thing where people say, oh, I'm not behind the scenes. You're behind the scenes too, sweetheart. You may not realize it, but you're doing behind the scene work as well. But anywho, back to Pizarro and them. I digress. So their little banter is back and forth, but maybe that's what they plan. I don't know. Or maybe that's how they do it. You go give a challenge, then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to dog you and drag you and roast you and gag you and try to sabotage your challenge. I couldn't see that being a play, but they is beginning to look like, okay, that's what's really going on. They, Ness keep doing this every time Pizarro do this little challenge thing. So let me take a break to read this chat and then I'll get back. I used to watch Ness, but the panels drove me away. Yeah, the panels, you guys, could be killing a lot of people from watching you, because the panels are getting to be overwhelming, and hours of panels. And I know the more views you get, the more YouTube pay you, and they are taking 45% now. So you have to hustle much harder. You got people who going back to work because they can't live off YouTube anymore. So they find the other part-time jobs and things like that. You don't see them as much because I think maybe they are on a job now because YouTube took a lot away from them. Okay. So, yeah. So I wanted, that's one. So the panel killers, I need Lovely Nub, and Trinity, Travel Time or whatever. She's another one. Ness was having a great show. And again, this is me. I clicked off because this lady came up here talking about something was totally different from what Ness was talking about. Ness allowed her to do it for a good 40 minutes with a man in the background talking about her and her man. And again, I think these people purposely derail the conversation. I personally can't do a show with mostly panelists. It's just, no, you do good by yourself. Ness is great by herself. The panels are good. Let me tell you where the panels help you out. Now, this is the thing, y'all. The panels is only because you want to stay on for hours and you can't deliver hours worth of dragging, roasting, or talking, and that's very difficult for a commentator to have to stay here for hours talking. So the panels are okay. It's just that the panels are becoming overwhelming because they on so long, the people that they let on the panels, and it just ruins their commentary and it turns people off. But that's just me. Again, you do 3 hours by yourself, that's good. You can, because you deliver good content like that. You chop up what you see and you could talk about it for hours. I can't stay on here for hours, and not have some assistance, maybe somebody to engage and, or come on the panel. That hour's worth of talking is not my thing, but you guys do well. And like I said, Ness does well by herself. She really don't need that panel. Their panel's disruption is so they can pull the chat to their channels, but when they go live, bait and switch tactics. Now, let me tell you something. We already see the triangulation here, and they know I've never been quiet about this. I say what they do. You get one stay on for hours, then okay, you go on live next day, stay on for hours, then the next one stay on for hours, and then the triangulation just keeps going, and it seems like the crowd is there. But here's the deal. If you're a content creator, you have your own people. It may not be 1,000 people in the chat. It may not be 500 people in the chat, but it's people who are specifically there to see you, to like the content you deliver. They like something about you, and you have to just keep going. You have to come on when you want to and go up against those bigger content creators. I never hit their numbers, probably never will, because I'm not a messy person. I'm not going to sit here and talk about a lot of stuff that other people talk about. I come on here, do my commentary, and I leave and don't come back for days. So consistency kills my vibe. Consistency kills my growth. But You already know the triangulation around here. It's no secret. Everybody knows the triangulation. But you got some content creators who are standing on their own, even when the triangulation is happening, they still knocking down numbers and doing well. That's because they there for them. They are there for them. So you just got to focus on you. Don't Duchess level up. Let's go run and tell your crew you called them bootleg. Oh yeah, she called me bootleg too all the time. She was my bootleg code. So you guys just got to come on here and do your thing. Don't be scared to go up against them, because this again, don't forget y'all, is replay. Somebody will watch you on a replay. Let them continue to think they doing the triangulation and doing all that shit. You stay on files, you stay on files, you stay on file. Let them do what they do. They've been doing it for years now. I've been here 3 years. I see it for years. I'm not hating on them. I don't care. Whoever support them. Whoever support me. I come on when I get ready, and I don't care if it's 10 people in here. It's people who I believe sincerely supports me, and that I am grateful for. I don't take anyone for granted, any subscriber for granted. I appreciate them all. So that's me, but let them do their thing. And then I'm going to go into something else, this fake friendship shit and this Miss You girl, this MU girl all over the place, you know, from one addiction to another. But hold on, let me read this right quick. The panel killers are needed to garner more money from the subscribers. The panel killers get on the panels, list nerve too, but they keep them until they receive money to drop them. I'm watching that as well. That's why I say it could be part of the money game. You know, when people get paid to drop other people. Do I like that? Will I ever pay to drop someone? Absolutely not. You're not getting my money to drop anyone, because I can leave. Why would I pay you to drop someone who I feel as though is killing your vibe when I can leave and go somewhere else and come back when they're gone? I get the money game, baby. I'm real up on the money game as well. I know it's a money game, but still, it's a deterrent for me to even watch, you know, and I'm just one subscriber. The panel formula can work if there's substitute topics, decorum. And that's another thing we're going to talk about. There's no decorum when all these panels take place. People just talk over other people. They yell, they scream. Now, let's say we watching a drag fest, okay, or a roast fest or a gag fest, whatever you guys call it. Let's go one-on-one. Let's hear both of them. You drag, then you drag, so we can hear your response. To me, that's more entertaining than everybody screaming at once and you yelling, shut up, stop, shut. They tell Lovely Love to shut the F up at least 25 to 30 times in 10 minutes. She can't contain herself. Just drop her. You don't need money to drop her. Just drop her. She's derailing your show. That ain't even a money ploy to me. It ain't even worth the money, baby. She's derailing your whole show. Just drop her. Just drop her. They told that girl to shut up at least 30 times last night so they could hear something. She just don't know when to be quiet. And when the attention wasn't on her, because see, she's an attention seeker. Oh, she definitely seeks attention. When the attention wasn't on her, she just started cussing somebody out for no reason. I forgot who it was. Shelly jumped up there on Nessa's panel to say her spiel or what happened, how she judged or whatever. I don't know. But she just started cussing her out because Shelly had made a statement to her. Just start cussing her out. Every time somebody jump on the platform, they start cussing them out. Trish went up there and picked a fight with Bree, you know, and then went back over to Nessa's to engage in some other shit talking about Bree. It's just too much for me. All this fake stuff and all these panel killers is just not worth it. It's not worth it to me. But again, I don't tell you where to go. I don't tell y'all how to run y'all platforms, but anything out here like me is commentary, and I'm doing my commentary on. Yeah, she's sick with it. She's very ill. Like I said, her vocabulary is very limited. She can't engage in a good conversation with enunciation, pronunciation, correct grammar. Everything is about sex that come out her mouth. Her main focus is sex, 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 sex. And that's why I said she should go over to a sector that talks about sex. She'll be very happy. She'll be really fulfilled over there. But this is not the place for every time is not the right time to have an adult conversation as far as sex is involved. And she just don't know when to hold them. I don't know if she went to a doctor or not because I don't care that much to know about. Like I said, I don't have anything against her. She's just a panel killer. Her and Trish are panel killers. And it used to be some other people too, but I don't think I see them as much now. That's probably why I can't think about them. But anywho, y'all, that is my take on that. And now let's get into this fake ass friendship thing. You guys, I don't know how much you guys can do it. I don't know if you guys are seeing the plays here. You know, this MU thing, this nervousness, this frigidness, this all over the place thing, this just acting dumb and ditzy like you have no clue. You do have clue on what you're doing for one. You're not that slow, you know. You purposely allowed that to happen on your platform the other day. And I was over there, you know, watching her. Somebody said, get over the misuse. I got over there and it was very chaotic and they was dragging V. Lenore one way or the other. I don't know V. Lenore really to talk about her, to go against, you know, to say anything bad. But I would say this, from what I observed, the times that I have seen her over with Misunderstood, she was being friendly. Hey, Miss Toby, what's going on, baby? She was being friendly. She was being friendly. But see, when you have people pulling strings and you can't be yourself because you go to people and you reach out to people and tell them all your business and you letting people make content out of you, you know, and they calling you their friend. Now, Kimmy, this is for you, and you could drag me. I know you the master dramatic drag over there. You're no friend to her, baby. Yeah, I said I was gonna call names today because you know I don't give a fuck. I won't be back on here to make a video until I get ready. So you could do what you want to do. But you're definitely not no friend to Miss You. You use that girl confidential conversation that y'all had to get clicks and views. You had 1,000 people over there because I ran over there. Get over to Kimmy's. I ran over there and you talked about that girl like a dog. But you so clever and so sweet with it, Kimmy. I gotta give it to you that this girl really think you her friend. She really thinks you her friend, or either both of y'all are creating plays. Now, one or two things, she's just dumb like that, or you guys are creating plays and she letting you make a spectacle of her just to get the numbers. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't believe she could be that clueless. Now, her attire is another thing, was totally clueless, but I don't talk about people when it comes to stuff like that. I don't know. But you're not a friend at all to her, and she's a stupid ass if she think you're a friend, because I would never, ever do my friend the way you do that girl. And she's so silly. She really think that she have friends on here. No one are friends on here. And I'm going to say that I'm beginning to believe they always say that guy, what's his name? Juicy or Jason or what's his name? Pastor Wilcox say no one has friends on here for real, because a real friend will never, ever do the shit that she did to you. Never. You would never use my deep, confidential conversations that I've had with you if they were true, if this whole thing is true, or is it a play? Now, I'm inclined to believe it's a play, because you can't be that stupid to still think that this girl is your friend when she made 1,000 people damn near her chat talking about you and your mister. And saying what you told her. I just can't believe that you would even consider that girl a friend. Right. And that's what I'm beginning to think. But when people are addicted when they have an addiction, they go from one addiction to the other. So if she's not using whatever she was using or whatever, now she's addicted to YouTube. And because she probably haven't had people in her life really to befriend her, because you never hear her talk about friends outside of YouTube. Everybody here becomes a friend. She's addicted to YouTube, and this is all she knows. And she's gone from one addiction to another. And people see that and they make content. They make content out of her. Now, I don't know if this girl is really doing this to be a part of the play or she's just that airheaded. And I don't know. I just don't know, y'all. I don't want to believe somebody could be that green. I call it green, that you could be that green to believe that these people on here are your friends. Your friends will sit down and talk about you like that and make make content off of you like that. Now I could see her, reacting to a video, saying whether she agree or disagree, but nah, you are her content and you keep carrying your dumb ass over there. Hey, Lolo, what's going on, baby? Wasn't Rico late at the macaroni child? But listen, if he was, then that's something, that's something different. I done moved on, Lolo, not to just, regard what you're saying, but girl, I done moved on. I'll get back to that. But anywho, it's a shame because it's sad how they kind of do MU. You guys, I'm going to drop my link. I need somebody to help me out. I can't believe that MU is this green, airheaded, ditzy, dumb blonde. I don't know that she will allow these people to do her this way unless she's part of a play, you guys. This got to be a play. I can't believe that because I would never, as a friend, talk to someone like that. Never. And so at this point, I believe nothing. It is hard to believe stuff over here now, baby. Nothing is organic. You right, Miss T. Even when they angry and upset with you, no friends will tell that friend. Yeah, even when I'm mad with my friends, I would never come on here and tell their business, their intimate secrets, what they done told me. But I would never tell nobody some of the shit these people share with their friends. Diva is my best friend in the world. And Diva would tell you, I never talk sex or nothing with her. And she can't even talk that shit with me. That's just a conversation out of my comfort zone that I don't do. I pride myself on being myself and keeping my personal life really personal. And to me, that's personal. And so I keep my private life. I don't do that. And for them to come on here and tell all that girl's business is just ridiculous. I don't see her as no friend. I think she uses her. Excuse me, I'm drinking my drink, y'all. I think they use that girl, and she want friends so bad that she allowed them to use them, and she may pay, people to be around. She may pay people to be around or something like that to like her. Some of us just don't know how to make real friends and how to be real friends. Like I said, I don't think Kimmy is anyone's friend, and I'm sure somebody's gonna tell her and she could drag me or whatever. I don't give a fuck. These people really ain't my friends. I don't know them, so I don't care what they say about me. But she's no one's friend. She talked about that girl and treated that girl like shit. Now they friends again. That's another thing I don't play. If you do something to me that's so damaging or detrimental to me, or I won't fool with you, period. All this back and forth, jumping on people's platform after you done talked about their kids, talked about their dead mothers, caused them to lose their job. Then I'm gonna let you on my platform talking about it's a show. This shit ain't no show. When you start calling people jobs, talking about their disabled children, their dead parents, that shit ain't no show. You have crossed every line. You broke every barrier I put up because my family mean that much to me. I can't get down like that. I don't know how you guys get down like that. You're not going to sit up there and drag my kids and they have a disability and you gonna talk about them, make mock of them, and then jump your ass on my panel, bitch, I would never like you. Excuse that, because I normally don't call that name. I probably need to edit that part out. Excuse me. But I would never like you. You can't even play with me like that. So they do it all the time on here. So I don't believe no one on here are friends. None of these people are friends. And yes, let's talk about behind the scenes, because people always want to throw, oh, they working behind the scenes. They working behind the scenes. Just answer me this or riddle me this. If they're not doing, because I think everybody here works behind the scene who are part of this drama and entertainment, this dramatic entertainment that they deliver us. Because I am waiting on Pookie too to tell us what's really going on around here. Remember Pookie? But anywho, everybody is behind the scenes then. Because if you're not passing information in front of us so we can see it, and we don't know where you getting it from, and you holding it tea like that. And I know that's part of the entertainment, the thrill of this over here. You got tea, it's hot tea. I can't tell y'all where I got the tea. You working behind the scenes. If they passing it to you behind the scenes and it's not visible to us, is that behind the scenes? Just correct me if I'm wrong. So everybody is working behind the scenes. No one is exempt from working behind the scenes, because you're getting information that someone is passing you behind the scenes because we don't see it. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I could be wrong. The only way to end the panel killing and begging is for folks to dry up them views and donations. We are the majority and runs. There's no way, no views, no money. Be selective with your clicking views. Yeah, I decided to stop giving money long time ago. I think I gave to one person after, and now I see how this shit really work. Hey, Keisha, baby. I see how this really work. If I give money, it's because I truly like the entertainment. Even though if some of it we know is fake, is entertainment. We watch, I don't. But people watch reality TV. I watch other stuff. I pay for that. It's not free. I pay a cable bill for that. So I'm paying for my entertainment. So if you want to cash app or super chat somebody for the entertainment, that's great. This just is getting, this begging is becoming too much. It's just begging everywhere you go now. It's just begging. If somebody want to give you something, let them give it to you. That's just me. But is that considered working behind the scenes? Yeah, somebody help me out. Is that working behind the scenes? Somebody got to come help me out, because that means everybody is working behind the scenes. Everybody is running game on us. And I hear how they say they working behind. Yeah, I think they running plays, and I think certain people are working together. And Stevie Wonder could see that. You just watch the way they move. Anyone who comes up and redirect the topic cuts people off and adds no value to me. Yeah, me either. But I think the thing is to hold them up there so I could say I give you $20 to get them down. So that's why they hold them up there. But there's a lot of these people that's add no value to the panels, and they having a good conversation. They got something nice going on, and then you got this chaos demon that comes up and abrupt the whole thing and start cussing, slinging stuff like Lovely Love and Trish. And I said it, Lovely Love and Trish. Trinity time travel, she did it. But it used to be more. You're not consistent. Oh, shit. You're not consistent. I should have added that part at Miss Toby. I can't remember last time I've seen you on the panel. No, Miss Toby, she don't be on the panels like she used to. But again, you have people who support. They support a lot of people. Some people don't want to drop down. I don't get a lot of views unless I guess, I'm not roasting, I'm not gagging or dragging or whatever y'all call it, because I don't know how to do that, you guys. But I'm just speaking my facts, what I see, But is the way, let me tell you something. Anybody knows who create content is the way you get people is your title. I never put people names in the title. That's just something I don't do. Now you could come over here and see who I'm talking about. 76 of y'all are over here to see who I'm talking about. Please make sure you hit the like button. But you know the ones, people are working behind the scenes. We know that. But you have these people who say that they're not behind the scenes. You are, because we don't see that information that somebody's giving you. So somebody's behind the scenes. And Jay Dunn would know this best because she's into that production and, television. Hey, beautiful Victoria. So she knows that you do have to get things together behind the scenes to make a show go on. That's just a given, you guys. But playing in your face is a little different. I guess playing in your face is a little different. And I believe people are getting used to seeing that some of this stuff is just playing in the subscriber's face. But if you like it, I love it. That's an old saying. You like it, I love it. Let me drop this link. I think I dropped the link because you guys, again, I don't stay on more than an hour. I'm not going to sit here and talk past an hour because I don't have that much to say. I say what I have to say and I go on about my business. But if you want to join me, jump up here and let me know. Behind the scene form in place. But is there anything wrong with that? Cheryl 1000? What is that? That's more than 1,000. Cheryl, is anything wrong with that? Because everybody is behind the scenes. When you work in a group like that collectively and you getting all this tea and all this information, right, you behind the scenes forming plays. But is that a bad thing? That's what I'm asking y'all. We know they forming plays. We know certain people work together. We know people stomp hard for certain people. And that's another thing. I'm fucking sick of that. Let people fight their own battles. Let people, you don't have to always come out here and fight somebody else's battle. So I'm coming to you 1 second. Okay. So just tell me, is anything wrong with working behind the scenes if it's creating entertainment for you all? For us, is it anything wrong with working behind behind the scenes? Where's the Miss O? She still moving? I ain't seen her in a while. The Miss O. I hope they ain't run the Miss O off. Everybody know this. The Miss O is a chatterbox. Everybody know that. Everybody knows she probably be behind the scenes like everybody else. It's just that when you get behind those scenes and you talk about people, just make sure when they bring, because they gonna bring your shit to the street. Trust and believe me. Nobody here can hold water. They gonna bring your stuff to the streets. Just be ready to stand in it, D Miss O. That's all. I hope they didn't run you off. Again, you do what you do. We know you behind the scenes running your mouth. That's what you do. First time dropping out. Do you see anything wrong with people who hit a panel? Nothing to add, but just, yeah, I do. I don't think you should get on the panel. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Phenomenal Scorpio. Yeah, I believe that some people shouldn't hit the panels and just sit there. If you're not adding anything to the commentary, the entertainment, then you should not be wasted air or wasted space. But it's not our job to really say anything. It's the content creator. You're not going to sit on here and just hold a spot. Just hold a spot. You have anything to say? Okay, if you don't have anything to say, drop down. Okay, baby, see you later, because you just holding the spot. No, I think it's the content creator. It's their job to say something. Some people do it all the time. Now, I don't know. Some people have co-hosts, and I guess that's their job. The co-host just sit there in case you leave. I don't know, baby. I can't tell people how to run it. It's entertainment. If it's for entertainment, but not malicious acts such as dox and call. You know what, Toby? Miss Toby? And that's what it's turning out to be. And that's the biggest turn off. Because if you don't agree with these mofos over here, the first thing they do is want to dox you. They want to dox you. They want to, I just don't get that. They want to go to the law. You here creating this content, you going back and forth with somebody. What the hell you gonna go to the law for? And actually they should create a law if somebody come to them about shit off YouTube like this, then they probably should fine them or lock their ass up for wasting their time. Now, I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to doxing, people better be very careful, because some people are really government officials, somehow related with the government, and the government will come after your ass if you pursue it. And I know that for a fact. If you got to watch who you doxing. See, these people don't pursue things the right way. Now, I think that's a time when you really should go to law enforcement, and you should take some legal actions when people maliciously dox you and they doxing you. Like I said, certain people you dox are government related, or they government officials too, or they government employees. You can seriously get in trouble, because the government would take it into their hands if you go complain, especially if you're doing something like that. Yep. Let's see. Fate gave Uber giveaway yesterday. Oh, that was nice. Fate, yeah. That was nice of her. Behind the scenes isn't inherently bad. It's the two-faced backstabbing. Okay. Saying one thing public and another in private, bullshit that I hate. Just keep it 100 everywhere. That's what I'm saying. If I say something behind the scenes, I have to, if somebody decide she gave $500 away, who gave $500 away? By mistake? Fate got money like that? Fate gave a Uber giveaway. Hey, Fate, that's what's happening, Fate. Who did she give it to? Somebody on YouTube? That's what's happening. Fifi, jump up here. What do you mean? Fate Yaya is a content creator? No, she's not. She sent me a nice bottle of Henny. Oh, okay. Okay. She sent you. Yeah, Fate Yaya is a good person. Mm-hmm. She seems sweet. She be over there with the mess, but she Fate. People got to take some of these people for who they are. I don't have no ill will with none of these people other than the people I told you who said they didn't like me. They don't fuck with me. I don't like them, and I don't fuck with them. And that's it. That's all. Hold on, Fifi. Let me make sure that's you, girl. Fifi said, hold on. That's this you, me. Beautiful?
This
okay.
me.
Okay. Go ahead, Fifi. Oh,
no,
ahead, Fifi.
you were talking about co-hosts. Face, she a good co-host all the time on the panels. So yesterday in Lady Nika's chat, she had people message her. She gave away $500 worth of, it was liquor and food, because I got a big bottle of Hennessy, a limited edition or something, on Uber Eats.
My mic. That's what's up. And you got a big bottle of Hennessy?
Yep. And she was sending food and everything.
They Ubered it?
Yeah, she Ubered it. She was giving away $500 in Uber Eats to the CCs and the subscribers.
Damn, that's what's up. She gave back to the community. That's a good thing. Because I know she Lady Nika's co-host, so she gave back. That's what's up. Well, congratulations to you. That red hair look good on you, Fifi.
Oh, thank you. Nice. And I think, cause I share a lot of videos, cause I miss a lot of videos and lives, cause I be at work. Then a lot of people send me stuff that I ain't seen. I send them videos they haven't seen. I don't consider that working behind the scenes.
You send them video? No, I'm not talking about that. Oh wait, let me make sure this Trip. Hold on, baby. I ain't talking about Fifi. What you talking about, baby? Trip, that's you?
Hey, it's me. Hey, Tiva. Hey, Fifi.
You see, I got my banner, my still banner. Go ahead, Fifi. I don't
because I share a lot of videos. I miss videos. People send me stuff. I don't watch everybody, so I don't consider it being behind the scenes. We might talk about the videos. Yeah, everybody do shit's the beef sector. We messy hell.
We messy now. We messy. I'm talking about when you doing things maliciously behind the scenes.
Not not like that. I don't do none of that.
Entertain us. But when you behind the scenes dogging somebody out, talking about them, sending videos up, talking about, and then when you caught up in the act, you come here and you can't stand in your shit, and then running plays on us. And then pretending like don't like each other. Nah, it's a lot going on, Fifi.
I ain't talking. Well, I don't know nothing about none of that because I don't create content for the B sector.
Yeah, that's why you don't create content. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I'm a TikTok girl. I just be over here
you
for the mess.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I got 12K on my TikTok, so I'll be over there.
Mm.
But no, that's what I was trying to tell you because you was talking about co-host and all that.
Well, that was
And
nice.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
okay to have a co-host. It's good. Listen, however you run your show, because I don't want people to take this and twist this shit up. Because I could say what I mean, and I'm not gonna go back on it. It's okay to have co-hosts and stuff. Like, you are running a show. It's okay to receive cash app, super chat, but to ask for them continuously. Everything you do. Cash at me for this. No super chat. It's just cash at me. Did you cash at me? Cash at. No, don't do that. It's kind of overwhelming for the subscribers. But that's me. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular. It just seems like everywhere I go over here, and I'm not lying. Even in other sectors, I was so surprised to see this other sector I was being. They kept asking for cash apps. I'm like, God damn, just entertain us. If we feel like paying you, we'll pay you.
they do it on TikTok. It was this little one young
You
guy. He
know?
moved. He moved like 2 or 3 times, like within 2 months. And then when he did move, he didn't have enough of his rent money. He came on there crying, telling his story. I'm like, damn, did he just moved in this apartment last month? And then he had to move again. But yeah, and then he get mad because people tell him like, "Damn, you just moved."
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
moved.
yeah.
He moved twice, and then he didn't have the rent money. This was all within 2 3 months.
And if you want to give to them, you can. I mean,
But
that's your
that's
money.
on TikTok though, not YouTube.
No, it's
But
everywhere. It's
yeah,
just
Yeah, they
not
do the
on
same thing
TikTok.
on Bigo.
They do.
yeah.
They do it on Bigo too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the people that move, it's always a sob story. It's always a storyline. It's always something to try to get a dollar out of. They try to
Are
squeeze
you
every lemon
serious?
they can.
So what do you think is driving that? Not trying to be funny, because that's just ridiculous. Everywhere you go, you begging now. Okay, let me just put it
So,
like this, and this is not towards anybody. So I'll start with you, Fifi. What do you think about people constantly asking for money? Just your honest opinion.
They must need it. Shit, I don't know. I can't knock nobody hustle because if they asking for it, obviously they getting it.
Okay, got you. What do you
Yeah,
think,
I don't
Triple
knock
Red?
nobody hustle or yuck nobody yum.
That's
so
it. Go ahead.
personally, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they ask for it, the only
Mm-hmm.
time I actually care is when it transforms the flow of the entertainment. So like
Okay.
if they're giving commentary and then all of a sudden they screaming, "Thank you for the cash app," but they do it so often where it's like, well, damn, I can't like. I'm trying to hear what you're trying to say, or if you stop your entire show just to be like, "Hey, y'all need to give me money, or I'm not going to continue." Like those things kind of
No, I
annoy
don't
me.
like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that annoys me, but I get it. It's a hustle, go for it.
yeah.
But what I will
Not,
say about social media and begging these days is that a lot of people don't want to work. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to go to, a 9 to 5, etc. Like this is the season, I would say, or not even the season. I would say this is the era of
mhm.
no 9 to 5s, and I agree with it 100%. I
Yeah.
think that people need to stop going to the corporations for their only source of income. I think corporations are the devil a lot of the times, and they work you into the dirt. They'll give you $100 an hour, but then they're charging somebody $10,000. For what you're doing for them. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
just like we're always going to be abused and used in the system. That's just it is what it is.
It is what it is. I feel the same way sometimes because you could work so hard and you really not getting what you worth. But I think a lot of people only doing one stream, and you got to have several streams of income and more than just one stream. And I get YouTube being a stream of income, you guys. I get it as being a boost, but I'm like you. If we watching entertainment, just like the panel killers I was talking about, y'all might not be here. Just when you have panel killers hop on your panel and just derail your whole conversation, start cussing, hooping, and hollering, and we're talking about something else, and you come on here screaming and hollering, I think that's terrible. I think it ruins your show.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
know?
I
Yeah.
mean, it's so many panel killers, and it's not
Mm.
even the ones that just cut off and stuff. It's the ones that you see almost like for like every day, like every single hour. Like you go to, I'm being like, right now I'm watching Mz.Teavalocity. Then let's say I'm gonna go watch person A, and then I see me on there. Like, I'm gonna just say it. Let's pretend I'm a panel hoe. You know, I see you on this channel. I go to the next channel, and then you see TRX, and then the next one you see TRX. I'm like, well, damn.
Well, you know,
Like, get your own
it's one
channel.
I haven't seen. It's one I haven't seen in a couple of days, and I ain't gonna even. I ain't gonna even say because
She's
might
somewhere.
she might pop up. So
No, she's somewhere with her kids, supposedly. I already know who you.
girl, oh, that's the only one that. She grinds my gears.
That girl grinds my
And
gears
be on everybody panel.
because she on everybody panel and she's so delusional.
That's the frustrating part. It's the delusion for me.
But you know what? Hold on. Let me be on the flip side. Maybe she just confidence in herself. What's wrong
She
with
is.
that?
She is, but it's still delusional.
But what's wrong? But I'm telling you, she's another one shoot a panel, but nobody shoots it worse than Lovely Love and
She told Joanna she live in squalor, and everybody know Joanna got that big nice ass house over there. I was like, what?
You know, Phenomenal Scorpio made a good point that the CCs allow them on their panels.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's purely for the drop money. And there's one other thing. I don't know if this is true, but I've heard or I've seen videos where they say like the most like TikToks that go viral and stuff, you know, invoke anger. Like for whatever reason, people like hate watching stuff. And I feel like these CCs dial into that and they see it annoys their community, but they're commenting, they're staying, they're sitting there dragging a person. It's giving them something to do because half the time they don't have no content anyway. So the chat is their content. The chat is sitting there being able to drag whoever's on the panel and they get to, you know, bind together to be angry. Like people love to be like, yeah, me too. Like, you know, that validation and stuff like that. Hopefully that made sense.
That's a good point. The chats are everything. The chat was vicious. That chat was vicious yesterday.
Oh yeah.
That chat was vicious. You know what? Sometimes I stop looking at the content creators if I'm on someone's channel, you know, watching the show, and just start reading the chat. I don't even hear what the content creators are saying. The chats are vicious. So that's a way for them to express themselves. But they gotta start, you know, throwing tomatoes or doing something.
That chat was cutting up yesterday.
That chat was vicious. I was sitting there cracking up, you guys, just off the chat alone. You know, the chat alone. But I think they let the people up on their panels, and I think purposely they come to derail the show. I do. I think people come to sabotage your show.
Sometimes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, because I can't understand why we are here talking about apples and orange, and Lovely Love is talking about dildos and strap-ons. I just don't know. No,
I'm gonna go back and check. I'm dead.
But am I lying, y'all? Yesterday I was watching this.
You ain't lying, but I'm gonna go back and check.
I just think, oh my gosh, why is she doing that? I just said, I left. I couldn't even watch Ness, and I like Ness. But Shelly was up there talking, and somebody else, and they was talking about what happened. And then they said, well, Lovely Love, why? Because I'm hot. Because I'm dripping down. Because I was like, oh my fucking goodness. I can't. I wanted to scream through, huh?
No, I was gonna just add to that. Keep going.
Did you see that? Did you? The conversation was going nice, and then they said, "Well, why are you talking like that? Why are you jumping on so and so?" And she went immediately to her sex, something sexual, disgusting, and coming out a woman's mouth all the time.
And I agree with Duchess. The mute button is underused, and putting people on the back is underused.
Yeah. You know what? I think they switching around TRX, and they trying to bring good commentary, and they doing something new. And it's upcoming content creators, you know, and it's room for everyone to make money and everyone to do their content, and for the same subscribers. Think about it, y'all. We only in this one group, so you will get the same subscribers, right? But they react different to you. You know, so I just believe that something new, the beef sector is okay. It was dying down to me. Now that's to me, but I guess they brought it back. Now, I have you up here. I don't want to put you on the spot. What you
Well,
think?
wait, real quick, because I wanted to add to that when you were saying the panel deflectors.
Mm-hmm.
And I did also come over here for the behind the scenes, but we can circle back to that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I was watching someone who had, I'm not gonna say any names, but a CC dropped down and basically exposed or brought up like a big secret, right? And everybody was like shocked, you know. And I was sitting there on the edge of my seat because I wanted to see where it was gonna go. And there was another person on the panel who wasn't involved. They were just up there to be up there. And the next thing I know, they're asking him like, "Oh, have you ever eaten an ostrich egg? Have you ever eaten an alligator?" And then the rest of the fucking like hour was about food. I was pissed as fuck. Excuse my language, but I was mad. I was mad as F. Yeah, I was like, "What is this?" And I feel like I give this person, I attack this person a lot, so I didn't attack them because I try to like spread out my attacks. Because I don't want to seem like no bully. It's like I might attack you one day, but then the next like 3 days, I probably won't really attack you. But then it's like, okay, I'm about to attack you again.
So don't you think that was purposely done? Why the hell would you go to talking about ostrich eggs and cooking, and I'm over here talking about the tea, what's going on? Why would you derail my show like that? You don't
Don't
think
know.
shit like that purposely done? Do you think when Sis Trish come up there and just, the flow is going on, smash it, touch it, gang, gang. You want to fuck with me? I'm here for it. Let's get the shit popping. What do you think about that?
See, well, yeah, I'm basically what the most people think. You know, they just think it's annoying, right? And
I do.
it's not only the thing is, I get mad at the CC too when that happens because the one CC that I really like that will circle it back is Ness.
Mhm.
Like if someone changes her topic or whatever, she'll be
Mhm.
like, "Hold on." You know,
Yeah.
she'll shut it down and she'll get back to what she's saying. She doesn't like if she has a sentence that she's gonna say and someone cuts her off, she'll still say her sentence and she doesn't really let people take her in a different direction. And like I appreciate that. But a lot of CCs will sit here and they'll be like, the topic will change to food or something like that, and they'll never go back. And I'll be like,
It's hard.
"Are y'all
It's
kidding me?"
kinda
Yeah, it is
hard,
hard when
though.
you get on like
It's
different
kind of hard.
trends.
Yeah, if you're on a roll, even for me, and I don't know, maybe people, do things. Even if I'm talking about something, I look over in the chat and go, "Wow, Ray Black, yeah, that must be right," and I'm behind. It throws me off. But I also witnessed Ness letting people, the panel killers, take over her platform sometime too. Now, I don't know if these people go to sleep or they go get ready, take a shower, go eat something, come back. But I've seen her now recently, but she's very good at what she does. I'm telling you, Ness is the bomb right now. She's the hottest thing going damn near here, and I have to admit it. But I think she's allowing those panel killers up there now, TRX, and that's going to ruin her. I believe it may ruin some of her commentary because, like you said, if I go from watching you and I see the panel killer up there, soon as I say, "Oh shit, I'm going somewhere," the panel killer then jumped over there. Is
Yeah.
wherever these people. No, for real, is wherever they can get attention at.
Yeah.
And down they over there changing the conversation. So it's very hard. It's very, very hard.
And
You know?
I disagree. I don't think that with this part that I'm gonna say, I don't think that Ness is gonna let panel killers kill her show or take her down a different direction only because she actively seeks commentary and she goes to the different places and she finds a way to twist it into her own, direction. And I think these last few days that I've had more panels is because they've been much longer shows, for one, and for two, I think that it's so much going on that she has already or not so much going on, but like she's already presented what she wants to say, but then she wants to get the chance to network and communicate with different people. And I think it's important to have those different things. I don't know if you remember back when I used to do shows, I would do like the 1 hour or whatever and keep it pushing, but then I would have StreamYard open days, and those would be the long shows, and that's what I kind of see her doing a little bit.
Yeah. Now I definitely think that Ness came back really strong, and like I said, I like her commentary. I don't, and she's very comedic, you guys, with whatever she say, and to me, she articulates well. She's no dummy, and like I really do like her. I just don't like the fact that the last couple of times I've been watching her, the panel killer's been over there. They have found a new spot. See, because what they do is they go over there now to cuss Brianna, Lady Nika, and Pizarro. Now they just sitting up on this platform doing it. You know what I mean? Because they done shot their wad over there, but they can't.
I see what you mean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They'll go over to Pizarro's, and when Pizarro gets sick of them and kick them off and let them go, then they go run somewhere else, and then they go talk about Pizarro and her crew over there, and then they go sit on your platform because now they done found a new home. They like wandering little puppies. They really are. They looking for homes.
Yep.
You know, and so when you give them a home, you cannot get rid of them.
Yeah, you really can't. Yeah.
No, think about when you have certain people that come on your panel that have their own channels and their own channels don't do well. They find someplace else to go, and then they sit up there and make that their home, thinking that they're going to take the people that come to visit you. And if they keep coming on so much, agreeing with you, cash apping you, super chatting, engaging, they think that crowd is going to follow them to their channel. But you just have to maintain who you are and do your own thing. You have to bring some type of different flavor here.
Exactly, because you notice. No, I agree, because you notice the people who are on the panel so much, and then when they do finally either start their channels or go live more, it doesn't translate.
It doesn't.
There's only a very few that it does with.
They think it will. And I think because they get so frustrated that it doesn't translate. Now, I know Pizarro is good for saying, hey, Joe Blow is live. Come on, let's go over there. But that don't mean the 800 people you had in your chat, all 800 go over to this new live, because everybody may not like them. You know what I mean? I don't go everywhere, Pizarro, but if we chill. Oh, hold on, baby. I see you back there. Hold on, just my thought. You there, baby?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hold on, Mr. Williams. So my thing is, if you say to Pizarro, say, hey, so live, let's go over there, then that's fine, but everybody's not gonna go. And if I do shout you out and you know you get 1,000, it's not my responsibility to hold them.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
And it gets me when they start to get jealous or upset when they don't get the same support. Because I don't know if you notice when they start to whine. Yeah. Sorry, what you say?
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree with you. Sorry.
Yeah, they start to whine, and then exactly. Everyone doesn't have the it factor. They whine and they cry, and then they're like, "Well, I'm gonna have a competition, but y'all didn't come over, or I'm gonna do this, but y'all didn't do that." Or it's just like you have to get it out the mud. Because back in the day, there were not that many panels, and you had to do something to make a stamp. You know what I mean? You had to either get creative or you had to be consistent, etc. Then you'll start to get the crowd. You can't just wake up one day, get on a panel for 100 hours, and then say, "All right, come over to my panel now." It just doesn't work like that.
Exactly. But people think that. They think by sitting on Pizarro's panel. And the reason why I say Pizarro's is because we know Pizarro and Nika and Bree is big over in that area. They think by sitting on their panel all day, kissing ass, because some of them ain't doing nothing but kissing ass, they think it's going to translate into you following them, because now it looks like you're a part of them. So they think that they're going to get that crowd, and it don't work that way, baby. I can promise you it don't work that way. And you right now.
The only way it works is if you are controversial, in my opinion.
But that's over here, period. That's period.
No, and I agree. But what I mean by that is controversial where you start a new arc to the story. Not just like you're being annoying like Lovey Love, but like you're like, for example, Kimmy started an arc. Okay, when she left the panels or whatever, she started a whole story arc where it's like, okay, now they want to hear her side, and then it continued and continued and continued.
Yeah.
Or who else? I mean, like Ness, and she was well. Ness already had her brand, but you know, she returned and she was on the panels more. She started her own arc. Or who else? I'm trying to think of the controversial people that kind of have broken apart. Yeah,
I hear what you're saying now. I understand. It was Kimmy. You right. She broke off and she started her story. Ness broke off. She started her story. And here's the craziest thing: they started their stories with the same people who they set on platform. Now, do you find anything wrong with that? Wrong? Is that wrong or right? Or what would you say about that, TR?
So you say,
Mr.
is it
Williams, I'm
wrong for
sorry.
them to break off and be
Then talk
like an
about them
enemy?
before
Talk
you
about
break
them?
off. Yeah, become the enemy.
Okay, so that's a good question.
It is.
I think that if I take the emotional aspect out of it, because I'm a very non-emotional person, I would say that it's not wrong because it feeds both sides. And what I mean by that is, if you notice, like Pisa and that's their whole thing is like going back at each other, but they're not
Yeah.
doing it out of hate. It's like
Exactly.
they're feeding each other.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, I think it's fine because you can't have the beef sector without a opponent or a villain or a
Right.
adversary or whatever. And so I think that when you break off and you do that, it's fine. However, when you try to get malicious to the point where you're trying to drain all their numbers, you're trying to get people on your side and leave them, and you're doing all that, I think that's when it gets a little bit like, okay, wait a minute, this person birthed you, and now you're trying to destroy them. That is different.
So you bite
Does that
the
make
hand
sense?
that feeds you. Absolutely. But that's what this game is about, TRX. So what makes it bad for that person? I agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying that's the game they created over here. I don't like it. See, I think I would have a hard time doing that for somebody who helped me come up, and then I go my way, and then I'm going to drag them and dog them out, and you help me come up. So I see your angle, but this is my aspect, the angle of it. I think it's bad, but who else you gonna fight with because they the only things over here. Mr. Williams, I'm gonna let you in. What's up?
Well, interesting conversation this morning. I feel like I'm the one that's going to be controversial this morning because the only reason I started this channel, and yes, Duchess, you may use that phrase for me, is because I have a lot of things on my mind that I didn't want to bring to my other platform that I had started. So with this platform that I'm on now, I can kind of look at things people doing. I can say what I want to say without feeling making it feel like it's really animosity, because I will give people credit. She had a wonderful, wonderful cook-off thing yesterday. I give her credit, and the people, like you said in the chat, were funny. But there's also things that I would criticize, like people coming up cursing each other out, the way Miss MU was dressed. Even though I'm a man, I like women. I don't like all that bareness in the kitchen and you're supposed to be cooking a meal. Brianna, her take on it was it was a different spin. Then I seen what's her name rolling up the lasagna and it was kind of entertaining. It was entertaining, but the chat really made it more entertaining for me because of the things that they were saying about the cook off and stuff. So yeah. But far as doing something different myself, I'm still going to do my music, but I'm going to have this other, like I am, just my thoughts, talking about different things. Like I wanted to go on yesterday and talk about Deion Sanders, but I'll wait to do that later. Politics, and even give some content creators in the beefing sector my accolades and things that they do and things that they say. So that's what I'm moving towards more. And all this begging for money, no, no, you ain't got to cash out me unless you want to. I'm not going to be there trying to say, well, I need to eat. I need some of this. It does get tiring. It does. It really does.
You have the liberty to give. TRX, I got another question for you. So let's talk about this. Hold on, I'm sorry. I don't want to just I'm sorry, Mr. Williams. I didn't want to cut you off, baby, but I'm really wanting to try to get to this commentary as well, my love. It's always a pleasure. Stay right there, though. Stay right there, but mute yourself. Let's talk about this tea that was dropped that I never got really much more out of it. Pookie. Now that was some hot tea that Reed dropped over there about Pookie supposedly. What happened to Pookie?
So, okay. this is my thought on it. I don't know what exactly happened to Pookie. It seems like it's going to be a lost storyline. Reed made a comment that, well, she made a comment that she presented the information, she gave them the opportunity, and then she, you know, it's out of her hands. It's up to them to interview with whoever they interview with. And my thing is this: whoever Pookie was, or
is.
No, I mean, I know it is, but I was going to say something else, but I'm going to back off that for right now.
Okay.
Basically, I think that Pookie was able to get really deep into the Miss O circle. And they were able to really, because I mean, they had her real number. They likely have recorded phone calls. And I think that the Miss O does not know exactly or everything that is out there. I think she says something like she switched phones, so she doesn't have those text messages anymore. And she was also blocked by Reed, so she can't even see those messages anymore. So she's kind of out here fighting a war without knowing all the players or knowing all the pieces of information that she has scattered about. Now, the Miss O is emotional, and that's what I really appreciate about her, is that she is, what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? Like when you are
no. Oh, no, go ahead.
Well, let me. Okay, you can.
Sorry.
No, you can say what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna just finish this statement, and I'll let you go. When I say you see, it is what you see is what you get in terms of how she reacts to stuff. Because if you say something like, "Oh, you B word" or whatever, she's gonna immediately like snap off. Like you usually can get a reaction out of her versus someone that's more calculating. Is what I was gonna say. Now you might say like, "Oh, she's plays in people's face or she's two-faced or whatever." That's not the stance I was coming from. I'm coming from the stance of her reactions are emotional.
I agree with you. That's her reactions are emotional, very emotional. You're right, and you're absolutely right about that. And I apologize for cutting you off.
Oh no, you're good. Go ahead.
Nope. Because that I like to have dialogue. I don't like that. I just talked about that. I don't want to overtalk people. I don't want to cut them off. You absolutely right. You spot on about that. However, the Miss O is very messy. And when you talk behind the scenes like that via telephone, what else they have, that thing, Instagram.
Instagram.
I'm old fashioned and all that stuff. That's the chances you take over here. That's just the chances you take. You know, I have talked to people, and I'm sure if they get mad at me, they probably spill some shit that I probably have said talking to them. And I would have to come out here and stand in it, you know. But I'm like you, I think she's behind the scenes, or she might have talked to so many people, she don't know exactly what information that they have. And perhaps that maybe their purpose, now just hear me out, maybe their purpose was to run her off, and I haven't seen her, and I could be wrong, because certain chats I don't go to anymore, certain people I just don't watch, you know, so I may have not seen her in the circle that I go in. But
no, she's been gone 100%.
She's been gone.
So
yeah. They did whatever they wanted to do. So either they had some valid information on her, and maybe she did speak to Pookie, whoever Pookie is. And I'm like you, I think that storyline is dead. We may not ever see Pookie. Reed did drop the T. Pookie was in the chat talking. The lady in Virginia said she posed a question, a poll. Did people want her to interview Pookie? I saw that on my that little feed that go by. So I didn't know. I thought Pookie would be very interesting to hear from, though. But I wanted Pookie to have a voice, not talk in the chat. Right. But I do believe somebody gave Reed that information, and she dropped it, and now we don't see the Miss O.
Yeah, I think they did accomplish what they were trying to do. Right. Oh yeah, 100%.
I think so.
Someone asked, you know, is Miss O too emotional for the sector? And it was another question with her. Now, what I will say on that is that I appreciate characters. That's why when I say I appreciate her for what she does, I appreciate characters, because if everyone was the same, if everyone was on here that was, you know, moving the same way, like for example, when Joanna did the cooking show, she was clearly a character. Like she was just doing a lot. Right. I appreciate that because it adds chaos and it adds controversy and it adds entertainment. So for someone like Miss O, you know, you say something in the chat like, "Oh, your head is big," and she gonna snap off in the StreamYard, and I'll be sitting there cracking up because it's funny to me. It's funny to me. And some people will be like, "Oh no, I don't like her because of this, that, and the third." That's what she's doing. She's adding a character. If you don't like her, that's a good thing. In my opinion, it's like, okay, good, because you are gonna feel a type of way. You're gonna add dialogue, etc. If everybody was on here kumbayaing, like for example, I think Nika, Pisa, and Bree are like such a collective. They're so kumbaya-ish now, where it's like it's kind of like the same channel in a way. Like they got their own spin to it, though, of course. But they, if they were to ever fall out, it would be like, the streets would literally shake. It'd be earthquakes throughout the streets, tornadoes, hurricanes, landslides. Like it would be a mess. So that's why I say I appreciate those controversial characters, like a Demus O or like a I'm not even gonna get his character no shine, but there's other characters I don't like that shake things up. Okay, and I'll leave it at that.
Whoever it is, don't give them no. But you know what? That's the truth, and that's the part of the entertainment. But right there is the genuine part of it. Do you think that's the genuine part of it? Not all these other plays behind the scenes and trying to tear down one. I think that's the genuine part of it, though.
Oh, I agree. I think that's the genuine part.
Something different. Even when we talk about Miss You, she's a character in this story because we all are on a big stage. We all play a part, and that's her character. There's a villain, and what is the opposite of the villain again? My mind went blank. You got the villain and the nice guy,
the hero, the protagonist. I don't know.
Yeah, not the antagonist, but anyway, the good guy and the bad guy, and it all makes the story come together. So some people are going to be the villains, some people are going to be the good guys, right?
Yep.
But I do think that, and here's another thing too, before I leave this, this kumbaya shit sometimes don't always work. Here's another thing too. If you have tea, just drop it. Drop it. Stop holding on to tea. Because that's what the people are here for, tea. So if Pookie have tea, Pookie need to come out here and present the tea so we could go, oh my gosh, no, we knew this. So, add some excitement. So where is Pookie?
Yeah, I think they like the mystery. They like the whole making it wait because it brings anticipation. But this person is not a CC from what I've heard based on the crumbs that we got. The person that I thought it was, I did my own little play, and
it didn't turn out. It did turn out, did it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've seen it or not. But basically, like I made a troll page of the person's name I thought it was, and it caused Reed to like stop her show for a minute. She fell off the panel. It was like a whole lot. And to me, yeah, like she dropped off her own panel. Her phone was dinging. She was just like, hold on, y'all, hold on. Like it was just a whole thing. Like the tension got so hot. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why is me putting this one person's name in the chat cause all this ruckus? So that to me made me think it was this person. But this person hit me up behind the scenes right away, basically cussed me out.
Oh, really?
And Reed was like, no, it's not this person. So, I'll take them for their word. But then all of a sudden, Pookie gone. So,
Yeah. After you did that move, Pookie gone now?
For how I see it, yeah.
Pookie gone and the Miss O. So Pookie
they ran off together. Nah,
they ran off into the sunset. Exactly. I got you, babe. She probably figured she connected to Pookie because Pookie got all the juice and information. So shit.
Can you update them on who Pookie is? Because some of them are confused.
So
or they don't know who Pookie is.
Character that we don't know who's on LSA. You tell the story. Do you want me to tell a story? You probably can.
I can tell a concise version.
Go for it, baby.
So, for those that don't know, Reed has been dropping tea on Demus O for the past couple weeks, and she has a person named Pookie from LSA who, allegedly, or I guess it's not allegedly anymore. They were talking to Demus O for let's just say 6 months, and they have text messages, phone recordings, etc. of Demus O. And one of the things that they dropped was a screenshot that showed it was from Demus O. She was talking to someone who then said, Pookie said this. Pookie said, I'm going to SWAT Kim at 8 a.m. So to recap that, to make that make more sense, basically it was a text message strand or thread, and it said something from Demas O. I can't remember what Demas O said. She might have just said like, I don't know. She was cussing out Kimmy, and then Pookie said, "Okay, thanks. I'm gonna call you." There was a swatting at 8. I'm gonna swat her at 8 a.m. So if you guys remember, Demas O was on Nessa's panel, and she said she didn't know anything about a SWAT. She didn't even, nothing about SWAT at all. So then that receipt dropped to show that she knew something of a SWAT. Now, Pookie has said that they never swatted Kimmy, that they was just doing a play, and that they collected about $400 from Demas O to do a SWAT. These are all alleged. Demas O has said that's not true, etc. So, Demas O has given her side as well. So that's kind of like a quick summary. Did I catch everything?
So Pookie, I'll take over now. So
go ahead.
Pookie Reed had dropped his tea. We was all over there. It was hot tea because we all wanted to know, well, Pookie got Demas O by the balls because, Demas O now is thinking, I know a Pookie because she went on her channel and said this. I know Pookie, Pookie from LSA. So Pookie had Demas O by the balls. Reed dropped this information. Pookie's in the chat. You missed this part, Triple Red. Just, answering questions. So they had like a little brief interview. Pookie was in there answering questions, and Pookie Reed said that Pookie was going to do an interview with somebody. She couldn't tell us who the person was, but Pookie would be doing a personal information. It was 5 content creators that's been working behind the scenes, to create a lot of chaos or give us entertainment, whatever y'all want to call it. And Reed said it's 5 content creators working together. And so Reed was getting this so-called information. Allegedly, Pookie or somebody was feeding Reed this information. So everybody was waiting for Pookie. We like, yeah, can't Pookie just come on tonight and tell us? Because it was juicy. Don't you think it was juicy, Triple Red?
It was juicy. I have a question too, but keep going.
Go ahead. So we was waiting for Pookie, and she said, Pookie go get his interview. Pookie. So I watched the lady over, and I don't watch her, but what happened was I watched the feed come through from the lady in VA asking if they wanted, a poll. They do the poll. Wanted her to interview Pookie. I was like, yeah, somebody get a hold to Pookie. Because we want to know what Pookie, because I'm interested to know Pookie, because I think Pookie got some piping hot tea on these people. Now Pookie left, Demas O left, so we don't know Pookie and where Pookie is at, and if Pookie will ever spill his hot tea about all these people. Pookie supposedly, remember Triple Red? Pookie supposedly talked to all these people on the phone, and they don't even know that Pookie knows they know that Pookie, I don't know what, it was like 5 people, everybody talked to Pookie, but they don't know Pookie is Pookie. Some shit. Go ahead, Triple Red.
Well, I was going to ask, Bennett kind of said in the chat, she said that they were going to expose 5 content creators, but you said that the 5 content creators were working together. I didn't know that part. So are you sure they were working together, or she was just going to expose 5 different ones?
Oh, what did Bennett say? I could be wrong. No, she said 5 content creators. She was going, well, I don't know if she said they working together. You right.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure, because if they were working together, then that would be really messy.
Did she say no? I could have swore. Reed, you probably in the bushes. Is Pookie, are they? You could drop it in the chat, Reed. You probably watching, because Reed watch everybody. That's how she give her commentary too. Reed, did you say Pookie was going to expose 5 content creators who's working together? She did say 5 content creators, so she did say that.
Yeah. So but we'll see,
came from LSA.
Yeah, they came from LSA. That was their name on the front scene, was Pookie from LSA. Now someone asked, was it Goosey? From what I've heard multiple times, it is not.
No, and I don't think it's Goosey, nah. Yeah,
I've done my own research. They call her she too. They always say she, and then all of a sudden, it could be she or he, but it's a she. Well,
they say she. I caught that several times too, but then they said he. I'm not sure, so we not sure.
Well, when I looked, I did my research on the back scene just because I'm a nosy, and I'm not gonna drop anything that I found. It didn't necessarily give me an identity, but it gave me a some direction, and I thought it was interesting, and I just kind of took it under my hat, and I kept it pushing. It's not my fight nor my
right.
You know what I mean? I just I do my Sherlock Holmes thing sometimes.
Oh
so.
yeah, you do, and I wish you would come back on doing that. You was doing it real good, but then you dropped up. But you used to do that stuff. But I will say this: I thought, I could be wrong, but I could go on the read thing and ask her, or go back and watch the video. I thought she said Pookie's gonna expose 5 content creators, and Reed kept saying they working together, y'all, or something. They running plays on y'all. So maybe that led me to believe that they all was working together. Maybe that's because I remember her keep saying how they running plays on you. They running plays on you. They all know each other, y'all, or some stuff. So maybe that led me to believe that.
Look at just Blaze comment.
Let me see.
Because
Uzi Auntie?
No. The one, it's a long one. It says Pookie only gave Reed that receipt because everybody was ignoring Reed receipts, and Demas O kept lying while Pookie had additional proof.
Yeah.
Demas O was getting on Pookie's nerves lying. Now, the funny thing is, I've heard this too.
Yeah.
Almost exactly. So I believe this is a true statement.
Yeah, it is true because Reed said it. Reed said because they kept on thinking she was lying, Pookie was mad, and Pookie said that's the reason why she came on Reed's platform that day. Remember? Is because basically she was mad because they keep saying Reed was lying, so she gave Reed the receipt. That is true, Just Blaze. I remember that. Is a woman?
And feel free to jump in, Mr. Williams. I don't want to
I'm sorry, Mr.
monopolize
Williams.
You or whatever, or take over the conversation.
Take over. Go ahead, Mr. Williams. You got something to say, baby?
No, it's not the monopolizing. You're giving me very good information too, because I'm looking at our sector now as the YouTube turns, and it is a soap opera. There's a lot of mystery going on. There's a lot of behind the scenes, as you say, people working with each other and doing things to other people. And when they get mad, they want to come out and talk about them. But yet you were the ones working behind the scenes with them. All this recording and playing the recordings back, that's going to be very interesting. And if there are 5 content creators, put them out there. Let us know. Let us see. It's like who shot JR right now with this whole to me, it's like who shot JR. So it's going to be very interesting to see. And I've been looking for Demas O. I haven't seen her, like you said, heard from her. And I'm just wondering, honey, what are you doing? My aspects on this, like I said, is as a YouTube turns now, it's a soap opera.
And it's a little bit of, okay, there you go. I was going to say, he said the behind the scenes, they're working together. And I look at behind the scenes in 2 folds, and you said this too, T-Velocity. It's when you're behind the scenes because you're communicating and networking and, enjoying each other's company. Then there's the behind the scenes where you're plotting and scheming and trying to take other people down. So it's 2 different versions of it, in my opinion. And I feel like the first version is obviously fine, right? Like, I would even like to actually have more people that I know behind the scenes because I don't really talk to that many people. But I would definitely like to network and get to know more people in different ways. But I'm not necessarily going to be behind the scenes plotting and scheming. Like, I don't do that. And, someone made a comment on their commentary that, TRX is the one doing all the dirt. He's the one, hiding the bodies, or he's the head doxer of the group. And it's one thing that I find very interesting about that. If I'm supposed to be the brain behind the operations, why do you think I'm the henchman? Don't you think I'd be the head and not the tail? Don't you think I'd be the leader? You got to think. You got to really think. I don't follow anybody. If anything, I probably piss off my group more than anything. And I shouldn't even say it's a group. But I'm the main one always saying, that don't make sense. That's some bullshit. That's the main thing. I'm always calling it out. I don't come on the front of the scenes and do it because it'll put them in sticky situations. But I 100% am usually like, this don't make no sense. This is kind of weird. This is crazy, etc., etc. So if anything, I'm the one that's getting cussed out. I'm the one they're getting pissed at. I'm the one that's going to be the controversial character. Even when I was over there with Pretty Ricky Fontaine, when what happened when James and Phi went at it, I was behind the scenes like fighting for James, like that was my brother or something. I was like, that don't make no sense. She lying, this, that, and the third. They're like, well, no, she not lying. I'm like, yeah, she is lying. Look at this timestamp. Look at this. Look at that. And they would be like, oh no, Triple Word, we don't do that here. Exactly. They like, we don't do that here. We just go with the bullshit and keep it pushing. And that is what it is. So if anything, yeah. And if you notice temperature changes when I click panels, that's what the person said. It's not from dislike. If anything, it's fear. Because you don't know what I'm going to say and you don't know how I'm going to present it. If anything, I know where the bodies are, but I'm not the one that's doing the burying. If anything, I'll be, orchestrating it.
Oh, wow. But you're right, there are two different behind the scenes, and you right, when you behind the scenes, working together to destroy someone that actually can destroy them in real life, even take down their platform. Like I said, I think that's some stupid shit when people snatch people's platforms and stuff, because there's enough money, enough commentary to go around for everybody. So I don't get into that flagging channels and taking channels down. Let them live. They add to the commentary. We all have a role, even if we're knowledgeable or not knowledgeable of the role we play. We all play a role in this beef sector. Everybody brings something different. I think if someone sat down, dissect the whole beef sector and the main characters, they can say something that each of us bring that's different. And that's what makes the beef sector the beef sector. You bring your own stuff, right? However, I don't like that. Is like people do try to destroy your page. It's not like we work together, and I get it. There's a pro and a con, there's a good and a bad, there's a villain, there's a superhero or whatever. But still, you would think that we would work a little better together so everyone can eat, but it's not that type of thing, right? And that's the sad thing about it, because they really try hard to destroy you and take your channels down. And that's mucked up while their channel live and go on. You got people behind the scenes working together to destroy other people's channel, their character. And I don't care about the character assassination as part of the show. But when you go outside of here and when you take down people's channel and step that back, I think that's bullshit, especially for us as a Black or a community of diversity and color. That's that's a great thing.
And it comes down to money. And sorry, I'm gonna stop real quick. I'll let you speak, William.
Wait, hold on. Something's happening.
Creators here on YouTube, it would seem like we would do more to help each other get our platforms out there and be out there where other people can listen. There's a diversity out there. You just can't try to hog things and make it yours because you looking at numbers. Numbers don't really mean that much if you're not bringing out the content, the good content sometimes, or even the bad content. And I know we like to hear tea all the time, but with that tea should be some sweetness. It shouldn't be bitterness in the thing all the time. I'm going to go on mute.
And I was going to say, it comes down, so like, how like they talk about, not to get biblical or whatever, but money, greed, and all that kind of stuff. It always comes down to money.
Yep.
Jealousy.
Yep.
And then there's that attention portion of it. And money and jealousy are the top two.
Exactly.
When you see the money going up,
yep,
that's when you start to get people attacking you. And when you see the attention or fame, I guess you want to say,
exactly,
that's when you start to attack them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of their inner lack of self-confidence that they feel like they need to come after you to feel better about themselves.
Exactly. And it's such a sad thing because we all really share the same subs. And I just find it very hard that I don't know, because sometimes I know this is a drama-filled area and we like the drama, we like the tea, we like the but you want more, you want different. And so when upcoming content creators, the new content creators come on the scene and they break from bigger content creators, I just think that the bigger content creators purposely don't support some of them so they won't grow. Now, I've seen that happen. And that's really pitiful, because if we had some type of relationship and now that our relationship dissolved, I'm not asking for you to help me, but I'm not asking that you hinder me either. And that goes on here quite a bit because you have some good content creators. But I think what they believe And what they're taught over here in the beef sector, that if you want to get ahead, you have to go attack certain people. Go after Spiller Boy. Go after Lady Nika. Go after Pizarro. Go after. And so these new content creators, when they do break off, instead of just doing their thing, ignoring the past, they start going after those bigger content creators. And that's what kills them, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And I want to hit on one thing you said.
Go ahead.
You said that they don't push certain content creators.
They don't.
Now, there are certain content creators that get pseudo blacked out, or they don't get mentioned as much, or their stories just kind of disappear. And it's definitely a collective effort. And that is stemmed from fear. Now, the reason why it's fear is because these specific content creators that get blacked out, or whatever the case may be, either have their own tea or dirt on said individuals, or they are scared that they will become more popular than them. And you'll notice that the demons that they keep pushing up, like the people that be like, for example, let's just say I'm the head and I was to bring up person A and I was to promote them or whatever. I know deep down that person A will never be me. They will never get to where I'm going to be, and they're going to always be a side character. They're going to always be someone that I can just eat anytime. I can destroy them. I can step on them, whatever. Those are the people that they push because they know they can keep the control, they can keep the narrative, and they don't have to worry. But when you have the people that are divergents, people that can break away and create a whole new thing,
right?
Oh, those people are scary to them. And when I say them, I'm talking about a collective. I'm not talking about my group or people I'm friends with. You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about, and that's true. That's like they'll tell you though, the art of war, right? And they'll tell you also that you never outshine the master. And the reason that being is just what you just said. If you break from me and you outshine me, then my next job will be to try to destroy you. So as you building to outshine me, I'm building to tear you down because you're trying to outshine your master. So sometimes you can't outshine your master. However, everybody wants to grow. And you wants to grow too, and you want to do, you want to grow to your best potential, but they don't like growth because you're right, it's from fear. It's from fear. They want you to stay behind.
It's just like those kingdom shows you watch. Like when you say Art of War, when you have, like, for example, if you're the king of the, in the monarchy and you have your son as the prince, the son is eventually the one who kills the king and takes over the castle.
Exactly.
And they are making sure the people that they birth are going to be the ugly ducklings in the corner that will only have their ceiling will be so low they cannot get past certain points. But those people that are going to break free, those are dangerous people. And when they do make it, they just work with them. They eventually realize like they have to work with this person, or they have to, make them their content, etc. Like I would say, if you look at Fi, she's the queen of this. She finds some
she's still here on YouTube?
Well, she pretty much done fell in the back. She's somebody who's got blacklisted pretty much.
Oh, I thought she left to go make a gospel album. I could be wrong, but I thought for real she went. No, you laughing, but I thought she left to go make an album or something. Somebody was saying. I don't watch it, so I wouldn't know. I was being serious. I didn't know she still.
Oh, well, she done left to do 100 different things. She was gonna be on this show, that, or but then you never see it happen. So But anyway, she is the queen of that. She'll bring up like a Bama girl or whomever, and she'll prop them up, and then she'll just go and tear them down. That's just what she does. That's her content. That's her strategy. I think the only person who hasn't been able to get attacked in that way has been QB, and I think it's because QB had his own brand before her, and even though when they combined brands, he became like the Babe Nation sweetheart, where when she did do him wrong, she saw a preview of they wasn't going.
They wasn't going.
And it gave her, I know it made her heart skip a beat. She's like, oh shoot, hold up. And she already has had Babe Nation Civil Wars. It's a lot that used to happen behind the scenes that never even got out. Oh yeah. It's Civil Wars everywhere, especially with the subscribers. Oh yeah, and they'll cut off from her. You'll notice they stop coming from the chat and stuff like that. But either way, she can't take him out. He's basically she has to keep him where he's at. But if he was to ever break away, I think he would be able to rise again. I'm not saying he's not rising now, or yeah, I
See,
feel like
I
he's
don't
at a
watch
level,
that.
but he's okay with it. I'll just
Oh
keep it
yeah.
at that.
But I think too, see, Triple Red, when you do dirt with people behind the scenes and you've done so much dirt and damage to other people, you can't break apart. It's hard for you to break apart. So normally you just stick there and you stuck. And I think that's the situation with some of these people. They felt as though that they were stuck with these people because they've done so much dirt with them. It's like, if I break from them now, they gonna really expose me. That's why the storyline for Pookie was so important. For real. Back to Pookie. Back to Pookie. That's why the storyline of Pookie could have played out so well because of us being nosy, us liking drama, us liking mess, because there's so many people that work together that Pookie storyline could have kept linking up shit that would have kept us occupied for days and wondering who was Pookie.
I agree. And the thing about Pookie though, when they do it like this, they kind of lose a little bit of credibility.
Now, yes. Now,
exactly. If they would have just came out and just dropped their balls and just did what they had to do, then it would have shook up stuff. But now it's like, okay, we still waiting. It's like, are you going to drop a little bit?
Yeah.
And then they say stuff like LSA boss is Rick Reed or, stuff like that. It's like, okay, like you got to drop the real stuff. Don't drop the funny little silly stuff. Like keep your credibility high if you're going to come out and wreck stuff.
I think Pookie could have really rolled out for a long time the way Reed was doing it, and I think Reed was legit. Now, I'm going to just tell you, I think she was legit with dropping that, just like Just Play said, because they was tired of Reed saying they was lying. They was tired of them saying Reed was lying. So this Pookie character came in. But I think Pookie could have just kept dropping tea. Pookie could have went in everybody's chat and dropped a little bit of tea and kept a show going, kept the storyline going. That ball fell flat because now we're looking for Pookie. And Pookie's nowhere to be found. The Miss O nowhere to be found. So I just don't know. I just don't know where I was going with that. I forgot. We was talking I forgot because I wanted Pookie so bad because we like it. We like the best. That was very tense. And it's like, wow, Pookie gonna be out here in a few, and now there's no Pookie. That shit fell flat, and I'm just done with Pookie now.
That's what happens too. You get that expired expiration date, and when it comes to Reed, I found it interesting that I know like they got tired of Reed or them saying Reed was lying or whatever, but Reed has to, in my opinion, work on her delivery. And what I mean by that is if she drops a receipt, give us the context, break it down, really discuss what it is and what it means. She'll put a little, upload with a receipt and then drop it and then either do a live maybe afterwards. I don't know. Whatever she does, it's never cohesive and it's very hard for me to kind of find everything. I have to kind of sit there and listen to a very long commentary to get to one little piece or something like that, or it's in different lives and stuff like that, or it's something else that she'll do. She'll just randomly drop off the panel for like 5 minutes and then come back and I'm like, wait, what's going on, or whatever the case may be, and it gets very confusing. And if she was to she's sitting next to VS now, take that It Factor class, go ahead and take it, learn how to deliver, learn how to present receipts, learn how to really orchestrate a narrative if you're going to come out here and be swinging and doing all these things. That's just my opinion.
Okay, that's your opinion, Reed. Now, I'll tell you one thing. I could Reed got a lot of receipts. And let me just say this and not defend anyone, but just say this. TRX is a lot of stuff that I peep here. A lot of stuff that I peep that I just never ever say because I don't want to get down like that over here. If you and this is not shading anyone, taking anything from anyone, but there's certain type of people that's street smart, book smart. You know what I mean? She's street smart. She sees street stuff that where people would just don't think anything of it because she sees street moves sometimes. Because sometimes I could follow where Reed is going with some stuff and sometimes I can't. but I'll do that, on my own. But a lot of times you have to have street smart to see through some of these plays. Let me just say it like that. And I
Oh,
think sometimes
absolutely.
because she's Philly, she's street, she has street smart, and people probably don't pick up on that, And sometimes I believe Rita's on point with some shit. I really do, TRX. She be on point with some shit. But again, it could be how she deliver it. Because I catch some of it, but it's how she deliver it.
Yeah.
Is it cohesive enough for us to stay on point with it? So I get where you're going.
Yeah,
Someone
exactly.
had a question for you, baby.
Yeah. They said, wait, where'd it go?
That on the screen. Look what Kwani said. Look what Kwani said.
Overload, because she has exactly. And you know what? And I'm not. And I don't want to.
What it is.
I don't want to seem like my commentary is tearing her down. It's more so like if she had, like you said, like if the delivery was very put together, it would probably cause more waves.
Right.
Where people can't ignore what she's saying because it's so clear, it's concise, it's to the point, everybody can follow it, and anybody can pick it up and do commentary on it. But if I have to sit through and try to like piece together different pieces and you're leaving me with breadcrumbs and I gotta, put the puzzle together myself, people aren't gonna do the work. People aren't gonna do it. You got to do it for them. That's just what I mean by that.
Okay.
Now they asked for TRX, what's your perspective on MU hooking up with VS? So someone asked me this, funny enough, behind the scenes, and what I immediately thought was they're working together for the same goal. Right now, Kiki is a prime enemy for both of them, and they need to take her out. And if I was MU, I don't see why I wouldn't hook up with a VS, because if that's both our enemy and we are doing legal stuff, then, I'm going to probably use you for, advice or etc. Now, when it comes outside of that, that is where it's going to be fun. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to see what happens outside of that, because you're running your mouth and all this kind of stuff. If you do something crazy and you get bit back, I mean, that's on you. And I'm going to enjoy it. Honestly, I think it's fun and exciting. I like it. But I like it for different reasons. It's because I'm messy.
Yeah, that's what I think happens to Reed. She get lost because she gets so excited because people doubt. It's something when you know something and you know it deep in your heart. That's why this YouTube shit, I can't get too hooked up in it. I'm going to respond to something on the chat, baby. Because if you know something, you see through something, you street smart, you know this play, you see the play from start to finish, you trying to convince people. She gets so passionate and emotional, she lose you in it. That's what happens with Reed sometimes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Excited and she lose, like you said. You need something that more cohesive, put together, keep it going. But she's everywhere with it because I believe of her excitement.
Well, you know what, too?
What, baby?
She adds her theories mixed in with the hard, concrete truths. So when she does that, I have to sit there and try to parse in my brain which part is a theory and that she's just assuming, and which part is the receipt, which part is the real thing, which part does she actually know. And that's when when I have to start playing Blue's Clues. And that actually is the biggest thing that deters me from being able to follow everything she's saying. And I sit there as a listener, because I usually listen, I'm in the bushes a lot. I'm everywhere. And I be getting frustrated. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Especially when it's stuff I know is not true, because I obviously am privy to information that she's not. So I'm like, okay, so I know that's not true, but she's adding it with this other thing that is true. So is she guessing, or does she have a receipt, or what?
But I get where you're coming from. I guess over here, that's part of the game, baby. Everybody plays a role, whether we know it or not. That's part of the game, and that's the role that Reed, the Heart of Philadelphia, play. I mean, it is. Everybody has a little dab in it. Is some of that shit conjured up? Absolutely. People call it fabrication. People call it lies, and some people call it here I go with 1,000 others. I must be getting tired. Or exaggeration, fabrication, lies. God damn it, I can't even think of my other words. Go ahead. Go
No, you're
ahead.
good. I was gonna actually let William jump in because I know he probably hasn't
Oh,
had a
go
chance to
ahead,
jump
Mr.
in.
Wheaton. Thank you so much for balancing this out. I really believe he's just listening. Go ahead, Mr. Just my thoughts. I think he just listened.
Well, no, I'm listening to Triple Red X, and I totally agree with everything they're saying about these YouTube streets. And like I said, I'm gonna have to get a little controversial myself when I get up on my platform and do things. And far as Reed goes, yeah, she is street smart, and she's also receipt smart. So when she's got the receipts to back up what she's talking about, but when she goes off into, I listened to her the other day talking about the people, how they're raised in Philly on YouTube compared to other people raised in other ways, and all the little gangsters and the pimps and all that. And that kind of threw me off because I wanted to hear what you were talking about in your content, in your platform when you had your thing up. But she took it a different way.
Yeah.
And it was, if like you said, if you're not street smart, and I'm not saying I'm street smart, but I'm old enough to know game when I see it. And you have to pick up on that game. So a lot of people want to say, well, you're too old to be on YouTube. You're too old. No, I can bring something to it and let you know, hey, the younger generation, they're a lot smarter, but they're not street smart. Reed is street smart. Yes, and I love her for that. Just like I love Deanna Irvin. I call her my Simone of YouTube because when I listen to her and she's talking about things, she will throw in a comedy skit to me, and she'll make you laugh behind the scenes. Even you, Mz.Teavalocity, I'm not trying to stroke your ego, but you have interesting conversations without all the drama all the time. That's what I'm saying. I love what you're doing today.
Wait, what'd you say, Tiva?
I think Mr. Williams has the feedback. Mr. Williams?
Is he muted? Yeah, he's muted now. Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, you got to mute Mr. Williams.
I'm muted because I see I have feedback on my own device here, so.
Okay. So what were you asking me? You said something after he finished, but I didn't hear it because of the feedback. Wait, am I here? Hello?
It's okay to link up with people. It's okay to link up with people and get whatever you need out of them. And y'all can have a common enemy and go against them. But just
wait, you were gone, I think. I think you might have been talking, but I can hear you if you were saying stuff.
Okay, can you hear me, baby?
Yeah, I hear you now, but it was like you just, yeah.
Oops, sorry, going back to something earlier, what we were saying about MU and them. It's okay to link up with people and to learn from people. That lady is very savvy. She would be a strong opponent out here. However, just know when you play certain games, you have to know how to play them because when your turn will definitely come, especially when people have power over you. You give people power over you and you easily to be manipulated and stuff like that. You have to be very careful if you're not sharp, especially with a witty person, because they gonna turn around and use that very same shit on you, and it's not gonna feel too good. So
Yeah.
it may be nice to link up with someone and all that and stuff for a common enemy. But remember, at the end of the day, you are going to become their enemy as well, because that's going to be held against you. Facts and matters, and we are watching. See, like you said, we'll see the end result with some of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And MU is another person that I really. Sorry, what?
No, I said go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I really enjoy her as a character.
As a character, absolutely.
Yeah, as a character, because when I found her, I actually found her maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I've been in her bushes because I didn't know if it was an enemy zone. And when I say enemy zone, people like to group me up and just think that I can't go where I want to go. So like I'll literally just kind of sit in the bushes and kind of peep the scene and see what, check the temperature before I drop down. So usually I'll watch you like maybe 5 or 6 streams before I decide to drop down. And yeah, I've been watching her for a little bit, and then it's so funny. And now all of a sudden she's in all this controversy, because when I was watching her, it was it was a small group of people, and I know she's been in big things before, but I wasn't around, so I was just learning her as a character, and I appreciate what she adds to it. I think it's going to be a lot of drama coming up probably in the next 6 weeks.
I think so too. I think it would be very interesting. One thing about it is, I guess you would have to get to know her character to like her. For me, she would, if I was to say she was a character in this play, because we all are characters in this play somehow, she's one of those characters just get on my effing nerve. Because I can't believe you fucking this stupid, this dumb, in my brain, not knocking it down. Listen, when we talk about characters, I can't believe that you're this green. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's part of the show. Hold on. You know what I mean? But I can't believe that you're this green, that you are allowing people to take and make you their storyline for their clicks and views, and you're getting nothing out of it. And it's a destruction of a friendship. So I don't know. Good morning, TC. What would you like to add to this commentary?
Yes. Good morning. How you doing, Mz.Teavalocity? Good morning to your guests, your panelists, Triple X, and I don't know who the other person is, but good morning to everybody in your chat. I didn't have anything to add. I just wanted to say, Miss T, whenever you come to the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection,
it
is written that you must always contact TCHBCU Queen.
That was my bad, baby. That was the only person I could think about. I know. The only person I could think about at that time was Reed. I'm sorry. That's the only person that I don't know why. And I reached out to her, and hey, no harm, no foul. I could care less, because I am who I am. I don't have anything. I just reached out to her. Hey, Reed, I'm in Philly, and I guess because I only could reach her through an email, and it may be an old email, she never responded. Then BB Nice come back and tell me that TC said, Miss T, why you didn't contact her? So I'm so sorry, TC. I would have done that. Exactly, Kimberly. Yeah. Kimberly, she gonna tear her ass up, and that's what we waiting for. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. You know what? Kimberly ain't right. Kimberly is right. Okay. I got you. That's all I wanted to say, y'all. I know y'all in the midst of y'all thing. I just wanted to come up and say that to you, and everybody have a happy Labor Day, and everybody, onward, forward. Just so you know, Miss T, the White House stuff is getting ready to happen. Congressional caucus, all of that stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in the place.
Okay. So hit me up. Will do.
Yes.
Okay. This thing is about to go on. Okay, baby.
Yeah. I hope you have a good Labor Day as well.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, honey. I appreciate. Oh, is that just my thoughts? Hey, Mr. Just My Thoughts. Hey.
How are you doing?
Okay, good. How are you, sir?
Wonderful, dear. Wonderful.
Okay, I see Regina M and LaFleur. Hey, Regina and Kenna. How you doing, Kenna H? All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.
Okay. Thank you. Who pulling J Dumb? We're not talking about folks over here. But yeah, we're not talking about folks over here. We ain't doing that shit. But no, oh Lord TC, here you go, change the comments. No. She left. She just was telling me, no, we're not gonna change. We're gonna keep this flow going. We're gonna get ready to wrap it. But so
well, let me add this to what you said real quick, and then I'll let you go, because I know you're about to wrap it up.
I know where you're going back to, but go ahead. Y'all kill me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll just say this. For MU circumstances, just pay attention to what she says, how she says it, facial reactions, everything. Because I know you're saying like, oh, how can you be this ditzy and all this kind of stuff? And I see it from a whole different perspective. I don't think she is those things at all. And I think it's because I can see the game that's being played. Now, sometimes she will allow people to smack her into certain situations, but I feel like that's part of the grand design. Now, I'm not trying to say she's some master big brain, you know, a mega brain, but I think that she has strategies that are unseen. And I'll leave it at that.
I guess okay, so listen, I'm supposed to be this street smart shit and read through these plays. I better go back over there and read through it because I know she's a master manipulator. I know she know what she doing. That shit she did the other day. Oh no, oh please, I like y'all. No, I know she got game with her, but I still think her brain is kind of fried to a certain extent because see, I see how she go from oh yeah, so and so. No, you don't talk to me like that, you bitch. So I've seen her foot, so I know is in there, but I still don't think a person, I could be wrong, TRX. You're my friend. We've been friends for years. We go behind the scene. I call you on the phone. We talk and everything. And I'm telling you my deepest, you know, secrets and you know, my sexual activity. I'm just saying, would you use that on a platform if we both were content creators, though? Would you allow... Do you think that would be all right if you told me all that stuff and then I use it on the platform though?
So I think that
help me.
Okay, so let me paint a picture of how I would do it if I was playing her as her role. Okay, say me and you are behind the scenes, right, Mz.Teavalocity? Yeah. And I told you some stuff that are some very salacious, interesting secrets, right? And I knew eventually, I always know you're going to bite me because that's who you are, right? Oh. So I'm going to tell you that stuff. So when you do come out, that's going to cause a controversy. That's going to bring me numbers. It'll bring you numbers too, but it'll bring me something to respond back to. It'll be something for me to either debunk or to add this or that. And then I get to play the victim. So I get to not only be the victim, but I get the numbers, I get the cash apps, I get the money, I get to continue my Sega in these streets. And then I'm going to be talked about by at least 10 other content creators. It's a win for me.
So it's a win for you. Absolutely. Nice point there. God damn, nice point. Y'all making me rethink this thing though. So she's a master manipulator as well then. So, and she's controlling the narrative really because she's putting out there what she knows somebody would say. I understand perfectly well what you talking about, Triple A. Thank you for showing me that other side. That's why this is called the flip side with Mz.Teavalocity. I appreciate that very much. No because my dear friend BB Nice says the same thing. She says the same thing. But I think also Kimberly Black hit it on the head. She's controlled, though. I can put that stuff out there as a win for her, but I still think I don't know, y'all. Y'all ain't sold me on that one. But maybe she's playing a hell of a part, you know?
Yeah, keep watching. I'm not saying that she has it where she's playing like she's 10 moves ahead on a chessboard, but I'm saying that she isn't putting herself into as bad of a position as people may think.
Okay, good. How many of y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree with that? It's like a child who wants attention. See, bougie auntie, that's where I'm going too. She just wants attention so bad she don't care what type of attention she get. But you got a good perspective there because not only you think that, I must say that BB Nice and I talked about it. She thinks the same thing, you know, that and I think so she's a master manipulator, a professional victim. Yeah, she's a lot of things. I just can't imagine somebody being that green. So I could be wrong, y'all. I might have missed the mark on this one. I thank y'all for bringing it to my attention. I may have missed the mark on this and I need to study that person more. But it's not like I go over there all the time. It's just that was happening. And, you know, she just play a dumb blonde to me. And those type of people really get on my nerve. I'm sorry to tell you, that wouldn't be a character I would like to play, you know.
Oh, exactly. It all depends on what character you want to portray. And at the end of the day, perception is everything. Perception is king. So it doesn't matter if you are the most honest person in the world. If you do something one time that could be potentially disparaging to your character and your perception changes, you're going to have to work extra hard to fight that perception. Because when perception changes, power changes. And that's just how I see it.
Wow. See, I'm like Kenna H. To me, she's like a professional victim and attention seeker at any cost. I mean, that's what I think. She's a dumb bomb. But thank you. She had a win-win strategy. Let's see how long it works. Yeah. I think sometimes when people see like you guys see and you play ball with the wrong people, you definitely lose the game. So let's see how she makes out. I think she playing ball with the wrong people, but that's just me because they say everybody is behind the scenes working together. I'm inclined to believe that a lot of these people do hook up behind the scene, and this is what makes the streets hot. So I am about to listen. What else you want to talk about, TRX?
No, I know you were wrapping up. I'm good on that. I overstayed my welcome.
No, absolutely not. Let me tell you something. I think the chemistry was there. Mr. Williams, we didn't mean to ignore you. I truly appreciate Triple Red for bringing me back to let me know that I had Mr. Williams on the platform and he's a valuable panelist, and I didn't want to ignore him, but I got caught up in the conversation with you and I knew he was just here listening. So I see, look what Regina say. See, Regina, to me, she's not, I don't know. I'm so confused, y'all. I'm so confused.
Well, I'll say this. If you go back to her live where she was going about Don Cato, that whole thing.
Oh,
watch that live and just go to the part where she starts to cry and all that stuff. She scrunches up her face and she does all this stuff. Watch that live and look for the tears. If you can find one, let me know.
Yeah, but a lot of people do that on here.
I know, but that's an act, right? I mean, she isn't. It's not 100% real in that case. But then she also something else she does that I really like that I find hilarious.
You like it?
I find it hilarious. It'll be where she'll be doing her her ditzy thing, but then she'll cuss you out in a blink of an eye, and I'll be like, "Oh, you just said that? Sorry, I didn't hear you."
Yeah, no. I was saying I get what you're saying. Like when you tell me to follow closely, I said yeah, because she could be, somebody could be tearing her ass up there, and she's nice, and she looking around confused, and she said, "Bitch, what you say? No, you ain't talking to me. Let me tell you this. I ain't no fool." And this other person comes out. So it could very well be an act. You're right. It could very, very well be an act because I do see that quite a bit on different panels, like when she on Pizarro's or on her panel and something is really happening, she'll act like she not there. She's all on her phone. She's everywhere. She's dizzy. But then when you say something, she'll snap right into it and cuss you out and then go back to, oh, yeah, I can't find my phone. Oh, they just fighting. I like everybody. They just fighting in the chat. Please don't. Oh, all y'all my friends.
And then she'll skull drag you in a hot second, and you be like left with your wig on the floor. I'd be like, well, damn.
So yeah, I have seen that. TRX. So I gotta agree with you because I've seen that. Who's some my condolences to who? TRX, someone you didn't mind listening to. Oh no, I loved him. He just, you know what? I looked at you as the investigator. He's gonna break it down. He's gonna investigate this shit. He's gonna research it, and he's gonna put it out here. And you knew how to lay it out, but this is just not your stick anymore. You went to do something else. And
I mean, I plan on coming back. I do plan on coming back. And what I will say too is, that's why I appreciate Reed, even though she probably thinks I don't like her. I feel like Reed is like Nancy Drew, and I would be like Sherlock Holmes. We got our own investigative firms. We do our own thing, but I appreciate her investigativeness. I don't even know if that's a word, but you know what I mean. I appreciate when she investigates. So yeah, but no, go ahead. I want you to wrap it up. I'm gonna drop off. I haven't even eaten or anything really.
Oh, sorry.
I rolled out the bed and came on here.
Oh well, I really appreciate you. I always have much love for you, TRX, and I appreciate you joining me today. It has been a great live today. I love when you could dialogue with people and you don't have to agree with them, but we kept a very good balance here. Very seldom I see that over here. And is the drama section, but we all could still have a good time and have a dialogue without some of the drama. And I believe we accomplished that today. And I appreciate you and just my thought, Mr. Williams, for being my host on this beautiful Sunday morning. With that being said, last words for you, my dear.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say this. I think that we had really good chemistry, and I think that I match energy. So if you are calm and collective and we can have a conversation, I'll be there with you. But a lot of times, the fighting and the arguing and stuff, I love it. I can get there with you. I don't do it often, but I think it's mostly because the emotional investment is not as strong as it is for a lot of these people. And that's why those emotional characters are always going to be interesting to me, because they're not like me. So I like to, it's not like I'm studying them, but it's refreshing to see someone not like me, because I can learn from them. And I'm learning from all these emotional, crazy people. So yeah, that's it, really.
Thank you, baby. Mr. Williams, your thoughts, your last thoughts, so we can wrap it up, baby.
Yes, once again, I'd like to say thank you for having me up on your panel. It's been an interesting, very interesting Sunday morning. Triple Red X. Once again, I applaud you for your insight on things, and you're making me look at this YouTube thing a whole complete different way. I got to learn to be more controversial. And let me put some tea out here about Miss MU. I have a relative that is exactly like Miss MU. That little ditzy stuff, it's not really ditzy, but she does have issues with conveying her thoughts because of all her abuse in life that she's been doing. So that's my little tea. They want to look it up and try to find out about who I'm talking about. That's okay, but Miss is not acting. She's not acting. Her brain is not keeping up enough with her body. That's why she's running around and moving as fast as she is. I have people I have a relative in my family that's just like her, and she's entertaining. Granted, she's very entertaining, but she needs to be in a sector to where she doesn't let what people say throw her off her game. If you're in a sobriety section, act like you're sober. Don't act like you're ditzy. But she can't help it. And so I'm starting controversy. I'll probably get out behind that, but I gotta learn to speak my mind about things that go on here on YouTube. If I want to be successful with myself and honest with myself about people that I see on YouTube. And that's all. And thank you, Ms. T. I'm going to go watch today's Sunday. I'm late for football, so thank you for having me up here. Triple Red X, keep doing your good work, and I love you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. William.
Love you.
I just wanted to add this to what he said real quick.
Absolutely.
What he also, about the acting and all that kind of stuff, I think there's layers to it. So I will agree with his opinion that there are some of it isn't acting, right? Like I don't think all of it is acting. Just like, for example, a lot of people don't notice about me. I'm a fire sign. I'm very, very hot-headed. I'm very I will cuss you out. You've seen me. I'll cuss you out in a second, but I'm what do you call it? What do they call that thing? I was about to say airhead. Not an airhead. Definitely not an airhead.
No, you like a nerd.
I'm a hothead. That's what it was. Hothead. I'm actually very hot-headed, but I just have learned over the years, especially in corporate America, to control it. But if you were to ask some of my coworkers, they used to, my nickname was like the bulldozer, because I will run you down. I will tear you up when necessary. Yeah, I could do it professionally too. That's the thing. I'm very hot-headed, but I keep it contained because I think it's easier to not really give that off. And because I'm not emotional, but I'm also hot-headed. It's kind of like a bit of a contradiction in a way. But it'll show itself. Things like that always show themselves. So I think it's just layers to it, And it's not that I'm acting. It's just a different side of me that I don't necessarily let out. And that's it. I'll leave it at that.
Wow.
Thanks for having me, Miss Tiva.
Thank you for joining me today.
I appreciate you as always. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down, and I will be seeing you in the streets.
All right, baby. Much love to you.
Much love. Bye.
This has been a great Sunday morning for me. I decided I was going to get up and I was going to come here and I was going to entertain. And I decided I wasn't going to hold back too much on what I believe. And at the beginning, I did just that. I told y'all what I was coming to talk about, the panel killers and, the challenges and the money grabs and all this other stuff. And I just want to be honest. That's the way I really feel. Thank you, Miss Toby. I really feel what I feel when I said what I feel. That's my perspective. Remember, everything is my perspective, my opinion, and it's my prerogative that I think like I want and do like I want. You may not agree with it, but I am who I am, and you're not going to change who I am. Am I going to go back and forth with people? Absolutely not. I'll make my video, say what I have to say, and I'll go on about my way. You're not going to get very much from me because I'm not going to beat back and forth because that's not who I am. But I will come down here and tell y'all my perspective. And that's what I told you, my perspective on what's going on around here. And I really enjoy the upload first 48 hours, TRX. I watch first 48 hours. And you know what, when we talk about cooking challenges, I want to talk real quick, and I'm going to let this go about Mani. Mani used to come on here and do cooking all the time. Her and Demetra, she was showing Demetra, and they was co-hosting each other, and they had a great cooking show. Things happened with them, and they dissolved their cooking relationship and their channel, their videos. But Miss Mani is definitely a good cook, but she probably won't participate in, any of the challenges because she don't come on here very much. But that's where I started watching cooking at here, believe it or not, is Miss Mani and Demetra when I first came on here. So they used to do this quite a bit. With that being said, you guys, I thoroughly appreciate you. Each and every one of you. Please make sure you like this video. If you found it interesting, you could have shared it. If not, it doesn't take much for you just to give me a like. Sound like it was an Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Felicia. We had a good time over here. I appreciate TRX and Mr. Williams for keeping me company. Thank you, Rose, BB Nice, and everybody else who joined me today. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, and let's get ready to do this. I will go with my closing today. If you it helped him straighten it out. It was loud. If you see your king's crooked, crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are joint heirs. They are future. They are looking to inherit something other than mess, stress, and drama. I hope everyone is trying to create generational wealth. As I am still working towards it, I hope you are too. As always, be a blessing, not a bother. It doesn't take much to bless someone. Just a simple hello. How are you? You look beautiful today. I love your radiant smile. Sir, that hat looks very nice on you. I love that suit you wear. Ma'am, here's $1 or $2 for a cup of coffee. I'll hold that door for you. You look absolutely gorgeous today. It doesn't take much to bless someone. Try that. Instead of us hating, try building instead of destroying. With that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. See y'all on the streets. Let me go through this. I am working back here. I'm trying to get some time so I can read. I appreciate you all joining me today. That's something new I threw together. Let me tell you something. I am so proud of myself. I know I said I was leaving, but I am so proud of myself. I've been working on editing for the longest. I was afraid, and it seems like I'm getting better and better when I do sit down and edit. That's a new little intro and outro I made for myself this morning. It didn't take me very much. Well, it's not very long, but these long 10 minutes intros, y'all, shit is killing me. Cut your intro down, cut your extra down, your outro down, because you know it's a long time. But I did that myself. I'm not paying anyone. My boys didn't help me. Mz.Teavalocity did that herself. And yeah, holla at your girl. No.